My name is Rochelle Richards, and I'm the owner of Simplicity with my husband, and we've been doing this for about 5 years, and we love it. Commercial products are good and everything, but I found that I had a lot of allergies to things. That's how I got started doing this, and I got tired of being sick all the time and breaking out in rashes and having headaches. And so I just kind of got fed up with it because I couldn't find anything on the market. So I started creating my own products, and it was such a huge instant difference. I wanted to dedicate ourselves to keeping everything as close to nature as possible. So there's no artificial colors, there's no artificial fragrances, all sustainable ingredients, no microwave processes. Everything is gluten-free. All of our soaps are vegan. And we wanted to keep it as clean as possible. And I think that's how we're a little bit different, and it feels different on the skin because of that. We also wanted to keep it at a price point that wasn't exorbitant for most people. We like to make sure that each customer has their needs met, not just on like the products that they receive. We want to make sure that it's a personal experience for them as best we can. That's important to us, and when people come into the store, we kind of tour the store for them. We want to make sure that they know how our products are different, and we want to be able to cater the experience to them. I want my customers to know that they have a choice and that they don't have to compromise on quality. You can have Bath & Body products that look good, they feel good, they smell good, and they are good for your body, and you don't have to pay a crazy amount of money to have them.
My name is Jaden Lin. I'm an employee at Simplicity. I've been working here for about 5 years, or since the company started. I've had a lot of allergies, or actually psoriasis, and a lot of other things that have happened to me, but I found that the all-natural products have really helped me, and that's why I enjoy working here. There's one of my favorite products is called Rejuvenate, which actually always helps me after all of my football games. When I was in high school, I'd come back and I'd be all beaten up and sore, and it always helped me recover.
We looked long and hard for a place where we could make everything here on site. So we make everything by hand and in small batches so we can control the quality. Like some days people can come in and watch us making bath bombs, which is fun. The rest of the process takes place back behind. We're located at 93 South Main Street in Pleasant Grove, and we're also online at simplicity.com.
All right, guys, we're back. We got a Nidalee ban, Graves, and Kindred ban on the blue side. So far, red side's opting for the Aurelia, Camille, and Viego ban. Actually surprised about the Viego ban. I wouldn't think people would even play enough to even consider him good or not, but maybe that's why they're banning him. What do you think about that, Quas?
Yeah, I think people just aren't used to playing against them, so they just ban him out.
Gotcha. Oh, Udyr insta-locked. Yeah, champion's pretty OP right now, in my opinion. Seems like Chem Tank makes him super strong.
Yeah, there's counterplay to like if blue team goes for like a peel composition, they can burst through the Udyr, but yeah, I'm interested in to see what they'll go for.
No, Lily is pretty quick too, so that seems like a good like counter pick in a way.
Yeah, yeah,
That
actually,
she can sleep him too, so he can't really do much about that besides maybe get like a QSS or something.
yeah, yeah. It looks like a good pick. Yeah. All right, yeah. So we got champions on blue side and bench the Udyr on the red, picking Udyr. Makes sense.
See, red side's got no AP yet.
Yeah, they're going for a. I think I like red side's composition better. They have a very aggressive draft with the Leona, Samira, and Udyr, like dive heavy.
Yeah, they just get in there.
Yeah, but champions also has Thresh, which helps a lot against that. So I'm interested in seeing how much of an impact Thresh can have this game in stopping Udyr and CC and Samira, Leona, all the champs.
Yeah, and Kai'Sa can ult away too.
Uh-huh.
They actually banned Italy on blue side. I guess that must have been a target ban. I mean, people don't normally ban Italy right now, to my knowledge.
Yeah, it sounds like a target ban, yeah. But yeah, with the Karma, is a flex pick, can go mid or top, so
Yeah, they could play her either way for sure. I haven't seen Karma top in a bit, but I used to play her top myself.
we got a set pick, maybe to like help with the Udyr diving in, like bolting him into the
Yeah, it could be a good counter engage for sure.
uh,
Or ulting the Ilona back into their team. I'd imagine red side's going for some type of mage here or something. There's no way they're gonna have just Karma. He doesn't pump out that much magic damage.
right, yeah. They definitely some mage here.
Seraphine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they're just like full wombo combo team pretty much.
Uh so yeah, I mean Seraphine, I'm surprised Seraphine got through the draft. I feel like she's a really strong champion right now, but
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people. She seems to be strong, whether you play her support or as a mage.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think I like red team's draft much better.
What?
Bench
Why is
bench
that?
bench the Udyr's draft better because I feel like they drafted with more synergy to make plays. I feel like they have opportunity for playmaking, whereas champions, I'm not sure like what they're. It's harder for champions to execute their draft than it is for bench the Udyrs
Hmm.
to play their comp. I feel like.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, if Set gets a decent ult and then Orianna ults afterwards, that could be devastating.
Yeah, yeah, that could also be pretty good. I guess it depends on Set's ability to lock down the back line with Oreo ulti. Yeah,
And Set, he does more damage on his ult based on how much HP the person he's ulting is, right?
right. Yeah,
Yeah, so Leona should have a lot of HP instead of Zudir, so that seems pretty good.
yeah. Actually, that's a really smart pick. Yeah, the Set. I like that. Yeah. And the Ori. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of synergy here. Do I still feel like Bench Udyr can position in a way that Set won't get that good of an engage, but or counter engage, but yeah, I'm excited to see how.
He could for sure. And in terms of the jungle, who's faster clear? Is it Lilia or Udyr? Do you know?
I don't know honestly.
All right, guys, I think we're gonna take a quick pause. We'll be right back. Get into this game soon.
My name is Roshan Richards, and I'm the owner of Simplicity with my husband, and we've been doing this for about 5 years, and we love it. Commercial products are good and everything, but I found that I had a lot of allergies to things. That's how I got started doing this, and I got tired of being sick all the time and breaking out in rashes and having headaches, and so I just kind of got fed up with it because I couldn't find anything on the market. So I started creating my own products, and it was such a huge instant difference. I wanted to dedicate ourselves to keeping everything as close to nature as possible. So there's no artificial colors, there's no artificial fragrances, all sustainable ingredients, no microwave processes. Everything is gluten-free. All of our soaps are vegan. And we wanted to keep it as clean as possible. And I think that's how we're a little bit different, and it feels different on the skin because of that. We also wanted to keep it at a price point that wasn't exorbitant for most people. We like to make sure that each customer has their needs met, not just on like the products that they receive. We want to make sure that it's a personal experience for them as best we can. That's important to us, and when people come into the store, we kind of tour the store for them. We want to make sure that they know that how our products are different, and we want to be able to cater the experience to them. I want my customers to know that they have a choice and that they don't have to compromise on quality. You can have Bath & Body products that look good, they feel good, they smell good, and they are good for your body, and you don't have to pay a crazy amount of money to have them.
My name is Jaden Lin. I'm an employee at Simplicity. I've been working here for about 5 years, or since the company started. I've had a lot of allergies, or actually psoriasis, and a lot of other things that have happened to me, but I found that the all-natural products have really helped me, and that's why I enjoy working here. One of my favorite products is called Rejuvenate, which actually always helps me after all of my football games. When I was in high school, I'd come back and I'd be all beaten up and sore, and it always helped me recover.
We looked long and hard for a place where we could make everything here on site. So we make everything by hand and in small batches so we can control the quality. Like some days people can come in and watch us making bath bombs, which is fun. The rest of the process takes place back behind. We're located at 93 South Main Street in Pleasant Grove, and we're also online at simplicity.com.
And if they're bench here, they're put here, I feel like it's gonna be a mean champion to look at
Yeah,
the game for.
You think he's going to be like the center of this team?
Yeah, but yeah.
Looks like it's just a 5-point start. No team's really trying to invade or anything.
Both teams should play it safe.
Yeah, for sure. That actually is Karma top. So they have like basically almost 3 support champions. It's gonna be a really fast team. But I feel like they don't have much damage besides the Samira. I mean, I know Seraphine can do some good damage. I feel like Karma's a pretty good though. Set doesn't have the range to deal with Karma.
Yeah, top lane is just gonna be
It's gonna be a boring lane.
yeah, boring lane.
Both mid and top both have teleports, I see.
This Karma has missed a lot of CS top lanes. So.
Yeah, that honestly, that's always my problem with her. I find it hard to CS with her.
Yeah, but it's actually pretty farmed coming out of this lane phase. Lane phase wise, I feel like Champions is doing better so far. So
Yeah, I could agree with that for sure. There's no way they get anything on that Orianna. So Udyr just got one scuttle, or they're trying to double scuttle. Looks like there might be a fight at that top scuttle.
yeah, it looks like Ori's
Oh,
collapsing.
he got them both. I feel like they can just run away. It's Udyr and Karma. There's no way. Yeah.
So Udyr's already ahead of the Lilia, right? With the
Yeah. Yep, double scutted.
So although look at the top lane like CS difference, for example, I feel like yeah, Udyr's definitely gonna have to.
How does Set even have that much CS over Karma?
I feel like Karma just like missed a lot of minions because she was
Yeah,
trying.
she had to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was pushing them under tower. She probably focused more on harassing them than CSing.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Smith. And Set's passive just lets him heal up anyways. First Dragon's fire. Looks like Kaisa opted for the call, so I guess they're trying to play for like more mid-late game.
Yeah. They do have Thresh to keep them safe, and so I really like that pickup.
Yeah, he can make good picks for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think bench the Udyr is pinging for Dragon. Looks like they're really trying to like set up this Dragon. And Lilia's on the top side of the map. They could probably just take it.
Yeah, they should be able to just get this dragon for sure.
I'm surprised they're not, honestly. Oh, he's pinging for it now. Oh, I think he just went and cleared like all the vision around it. Do you think we're gonna see Gale Force Kaisa?
I feel like Kraken Slayer would be better, but
Yeah, I think it'd be better too, for sure. Their team's pretty tanky. Oh,
and we already got a first blood on the Udyr and second kill also coming up. So
sheesh.
yeah, an overextension from champions, and they get punished by the Seraphine Udyr Karma combo.
I didn't even see that. How'd they end up dying? They try to get vision or something? Why were they there?
Yeah, I think they just were too far up, and yeah, they were trying to contest. Like, I'm not sure what it was, but yeah, happened so fast.
Yeah, it did. Did the first blood actually go to Udyr?
Not actually. I think he went to Seraphine. Yeah, just looking at
also
the
picked up.
yeah. So Udyr's team, bench the Udyr's definitely looking like they have a lead right now, but
Yeah, it's still early.
yeah.
See what they can do with it. Big gank on the flash with Orianna doesn't go through.
Yeah, this matchup's just yeah, I guess it's going okay for the Karma. It's not too bad, but
Set's lane's actually in a pretty bad spot. With Karma's W and Udyr, I feel like they could kill Set really easily.
yeah, I'm surprised if they wouldn't look for this gank here. But yeah, Udyr's just power farming, going to Krugs. I mean, going to his Raptors, and then Scuttle. So he's looking for farming instead of like pressuring.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I don't really think killing the Set's gonna give him that much anyways. Okay,
Here
solo
we
play.
go. Wow, yeah, it's just okay. Karma had no flash. I'm not sure when she flashed, but yeah, she just Set just easily got that kill.
Yeah, I'm not sure when she flashed either. It must have been for Scuttle or something. Both mids took like the exact same items.
Yeah, and we got Samira's getting denied entire wave here, so
She was actually up in XP before, so that'll help even it out.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, Champions is ahead in gold still. I think it's just mostly the top lane. There's a 30 CS difference in the top lane. I feel like, yeah, that's just where the difference is
Yeah,
coming from.
for
So
sure, without a doubt.
I feel like Diesel's gonna
Luckily-
have to.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I feel like Diesel's just gonna have to, you know, put the team on his back this game maybe into like the team fights.
Yeah, you can see that. The good thing is Karma doesn't really have to have a lot of CS to be useful. Not that it's a good thing though that she's down in CS by that much.
No, I agree definitely with the what is it, Moonstone? The item that heals.
Yeah, everyone's going that item right now.
Yeah,
And
so
Udyr already picked up his chem tank too with Swifty boots, so he's gonna be really fast.
yeah. I do feel like Champions has the tools to deal with, you know, a really strong Udyr, but
They do. I agree for sure. They have good kite. They have good CC. They have good counter engage for the Udyr as well. We got a Windrake up in 26 seconds. It looks like Champions are wanting to contest it. There's a lot of pings on it. They see Udyr. Diesel's playing very aggressive. I'm surprised they want this Cloud Drake so bad.
yeah. This should be Champions because they had Diesel move down, so bench the Udyr can't really walk up because it's a 5-man group right now, so
Yeah, it's just like free for them. Oh, okay. Big fight. Set ult.
Seraphine gets a 2-man ulti, and it's just Samira doing lots of damage, and Champions just gets,
Oh, I honestly did not expect them to win that fight.
yeah, I didn't think so either.
It looked really bad at the start.
I mean, I guess Lilia only had a Moonstone, so she was very weak, like fighting stats. She doesn't have damage, I guess. And Seth didn't have his Triforce, so yeah, I guess they don't have much like DPS, I guess, to like win that.
Yeah, they don't have that much yet. There's just not enough damage, I guess. Also, who did set ult? I didn't quite catch it.
I think it was Leona, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, me either. Well, they still got the Cloud Drake in the end, but I don't think it's worth all those deaths whatsoever.
Yeah, I think now eventually Udyr has a chance to snowball and close out this game in the next, like, 10 minutes.
Oh wow. That's
Yeah.
ambitious.
With their champions, I feel like they
You
can
think
do
they're just
it.
gonna run away with it, like literally.
Yeah, I feel like they could. But if champion somehow manages to hold out, I think they can definitely beat them late game. But I feel like, yeah, they're
Yeah,
just
I
gonna
mean,
get
the Kaisa did go for call, so we already know that they're going for a mid or late game. But with this kind of early game advantage and an Udyr with Chem Tank, I think it could be pretty rough to, I don't know, to contest anything really, because he's just gonna be everywhere.
Exactly, yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Udyr,
Yeah, counter jungling, taking enemy's farm, yeah.
even if she ults, she's not gonna kill him. Okay, Leona engages. Good ult, 2-man ult.
Yeah, so Mira is just too strong and she's at her top. And as, yeah,
Wow. Good
2-man serve.
Seraphine ult.
And yeah, they're just getting. I don't feel like champions should be trying to fight in the jungle. I feel like it's too risky.
Yeah, they should have just given that.
They should have just given those camps and.
For
But yeah,
sure.
they're just falling further
100%
behind at this
agree.
point, and I feel like, yeah, eventually Udyr should be able to get this win and, like, yeah, pretty shortly. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, even if that's a 3v3, they're not going to win that, so I'm not sure why they tried to contest it. Maybe they thought that bot lane wasn't there, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Diesel still with the solo kills, but yeah.
He's dead now, though.
Oh,
Maybe? Yeah.
close.
His left and right punches are hurting.
Yeah, yeah.
He may be strong, but I don't think he's going to be able to carry the game for them. I think Bench Udyr has to mess up pretty hard.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
We got a Mountain Drake in a minute 25. I would think that Champions is probably going to concede that, but you never know with this team. They just contested Raptors, so we'll see.
Yeah, I feel like what a champion should be doing is playing the top side, the outer tower, denying resources top side of the map, but we'll see what they do. It does look like they're trying to contest vision around the dragon here. Which, yeah, definitely, if they try to fight this dragon, I feel like they'll just put
Yeah, it's
themselves
like nails
further
in the
behind.
coffin.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's a Mountain Drake game with Leona and Udyr. That could be devastating. They're just going to be way too tanky.
It definitely helps out Benji Udyr much better, their composition.
Yeah, I agree. I don't feel like even if Champions lands a good combo, they really have enough damage to finish anybody.
Yeah, at this point they're way too weak. So
Like,
they're moving
even
top of the map.
Yeah, they're just gonna
And
trade Rift for a dragon.
Yeah, so they are doing something proactive, so this is good for them.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like this play. They can't contest dragon, that's for sure. So why not just take the Rift?
This was going for a very risky 1v1 here with the Leon
He
now.
kind of needs to though, right?
Yeah,
Actually,
shield
he
wall
needs
coming
to.
up,
Oh,
and barely does not get the kill.
one auto attack away.
Yeah, it was very close. It was a nice try by East.
And if he gets it, he gets 600 gold. If he dies, they just lose a tower basically.
Yeah, yeah. It's worth the try. And we do have some gold coming into champions box with the Herald and the towers, so the gold count is still close. So they're doing okay for now.
Yeah, it's close, but it doesn't even feel close.
Yeah, definitely. Still too.
Maybe it's because
It's
of the
still
level
cannot.
advantage.
Yeah, the level advantage. Yeah.
I was saying, because Udyr has 2 levels on Lilia, and Samira has 2 levels on Kai'Sa. How much health does Udyr have? It looks like he has like 3,000 health already.
Yeah, it might be 2,500.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, 2,500. Wow. 18 minutes in the game. That's insane.
Yeah, with that ends, put to 5th minute, it's just so fast. And yeah, I don't know.
I'm surprised they didn't ban Udyr.
Yeah, maybe they just thought they had. I mean, Lilia should be a good matchup into Udyr, but I feel like Udyr just is way too fast with this setup. That yeah, he can lock down the Lilia. But yeah, I agree. They should have probably just do it here if it's in their name.
So do you think this game kind of spiraled out of control just from the double scuttle start into the dragon, or what? I mean, I guess there was 2 kills mid lane too.
Yeah, those 2 kills with the first blood and the other kill, I feel like that definitely started the the snowball effect on Udyr. But yeah, the double scuttle was good, but yeah, that definitely was the turning point.
It seems like double scuttle means quite a lot.
And we got 4 Russian women getting.
I'd imagine that Kai'Sa is just, yeah, she has to blow flash at least.
Okay, he made it out at least, and the TP coming up. So he just flashes out to safety.
The towers are actually even. Udyr's team is actually up 2k now in gold.
Yeah, I feel like Udyr's team, Udyr can definitely look to play around Baron. They're so strong that they can tank the Baron, and then if the champions tries to move forward, they can just engage into them.
Yeah, I mean, it would take them a while, but they could just take Baron with like 2 people. They could just sneak it if they wanted to.
And you got the set arriving at the right time. Maybe you can get this on the Udyr that we. Oh, Baron does not get it.
Sheesh. That bear is just too tanky.
Yeah, that would be so good for champions if he got that kill.
Yeah, that would have been huge. It's a pretty aggressive dive. I feel like they didn't need to even risk that dive.
Yeah. So I feel like bench Udyr may not have a good strategy going into how to end this game for them, but yeah, they're just looking better and better champions.
I feel like they just play
kinda-
around dragon. They just keep taking dragons and become too tanky for the enemy team to do anything.
Yeah, I feel like champions has to fight them before Soul Dragon Soul Lake. Because
So
otherwise,
do you want to see them fight it now, like before they get soul point, or just wait until they're actually on soul point?
I think they gotta wait until they're actually on Soul Point. Right now, if they're in an open space, they would just get, destroyed. But
Oh, well, they certainly want to fight. We're gonna get a fight here.
I feel like champions is going to get this. Yeah, there's no way
Oh,
they
okay,
can.
they're giving. I guess they're gonna be fighting the next one then.
We got these two getting into the tower here.
Yeah, maybe they have a win con through split, but I don't know.
We get certain missing.
2-man Orion ult. Wow, 2-man Paragon.
The mirror's in it.
Sarah's almost dead. She lives though.
Wood getting kited, but no one actually. So I'm going down here.
Udyr is so fast, man. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, This team competition definitely helps him so much with the speed up.
Yeah, I mean, Karma's not even there, and he's that fast. They have Seraphine plus Karma who can speed him up, and then he can speed him up himself, and then he has Chem Tank as well. That is insane. I never thought I'd see this season where Udyr is actually strong.
Yeah, but if this game drags on to later stages, definitely I see champions winning. With their comp is better to deal with that fat Udyr, right? So
Yeah.
interested to see how they can keep the game close.
So you think Udyr needs to look to close out here in like 5-10 minutes, eh?
Yeah, I feel like bench Udyr should play around Baron right now, and just try to get picks. Like they don't have to commit to finish the Baron, but they can.
Yeah, just bait him in and get a pick.
Yeah, pressure champions to walk into the Baron pit area, and then they can get free kills and put themselves further ahead, so they can close out this game. Yeah.
That's what I try to get people to do in my solo queue games all the time, but it's too hard for them a lot of the time. Okay, they could possibly collapse on them here, but Seraphine is bottom, and she has TP.
Oh, we got a
Here,
flank
right
going
there.
here from Udyr. Stun on
Leona,
Phasuo.
Kai'Sa used QSS and Leona ult.
And we get a hook on the Udyr here. Played into the
Dead.
team, and he
Okay, big set ult.
and but Samira just goes in and destroys everyone with her ultimate. Yeah. Wow.
She looked so good, and then Samira pressed R.
Yeah. They're still too weak to fight. And yeah, that's what
They
that's what
did
happened.
get what, a 600 gold shutdown though.
Yeah, they got 2 shutdowns there. So
Yeah, how much was Udyr worth? Was he worth the 1k yet?
I'm not sure. I think it was at 800 or something.
I mean, if what you're saying is right about them scaling better, then it's not bad for them at all, really. At least in my opinion. I mean, they got 2 giant shutdowns. I'm not sure who those shutdowns went to, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure which. I think Sed got maybe 1 or 2 of them. Or maybe both of them. I'm not sure. No, probably just 1 of them.
Well, we can see their gold. Kai'Sa's got 10.6k now, so I imagine she must have got 1 of the shutdowns.
Yeah, it's just this Lilia is much too weak to be useful right now. Like,
Yeah, she's like, what is that? Almost 4,000 gold down on the Udyr total. Sheesh. What we got? We got Soul coming up in a minute 20. We got pings from Udyr wanting to go for Baron, at least to clear out vision.
yeah, so bench Udyr is finally looking around this Baron.
Oh, take on one
And,
out of
yeah,
good.
they gotta-
That's big. That could be a
Get-
Baron right there.
Definitely.
Udyr's chasing Lilia, gets a stun, Leona flash ults. And it just turns into nothing basically, but they still have outnumber advantage 5-4, so they're gonna look for Baron here, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm not sure why ZMT was walking into
Yeah, that was pretty silly.
on water area, especially into Seraphine. Yeah, like that.
Yeah. I think that just shows that that their team is nervous because there's no reason you should be face checking.
Yeah, yeah. They're definitely. Yeah, they're not thinking as a team like right now. They're in panic maybe.
Yeah. That's my thoughts on it. And now they're gonna turn this Baron hopefully into a Dragon Soul, but Champions team is already there first, so we'll see if they can get a pick on Udyr's team. A pick could definitely stop it while they're just starting it. You know
Yeah,
what, they're
they're
gonna get it too.
Melting it with Kai'Sa. Yeah, they're actually gonna get this,
Nice,
and maybe get the Udyr pick.
nice, yeah. Oh,
No,
he
he's
just
way
ran
too
away.
fast. And
Oh,
Samira
ult back in.
said
Take
ult
the ult.
Samira away.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that settle. I think that kind of screwed them over. He ulted a Samira and then just did no damage because he ulted her.
Yeah.
But they got the dragon in the end, so they slowed the game down.
They're
Udyr's team
still
doesn't get soul.
chasing him to the.
Yeah, they can't get away from Udyr.
Oh, but they
Udyr's
kill him,
dead.
yeah. Just one kill on the Udyr, and they get out.
There's actually some life in this team, you're right.
Yeah. But, no, yeah, they should be run out, yeah.
They have to fund Samira, but it's not going to turn into anything. I feel like if they can somehow kill Samira, they can actually win pretty easily.
Yeah, but now she's got a Bloodthirster added onto her build, so
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
with the shields and yeah, I feel like this Samira is just gonna be unkillable in fights.
We shall see. Does Leona have? I don't think so. She doesn't have the item where she can remove CC on the AD carry, does she?
Yeah, I don't see that in her build.
So if they manage to get a sleep off on her, they could actually kill her. But you still have to get through Karma, Udyr. We have
Yeah.
Seraphine.
I just feel like they don't have enough damage, yeah. So I'm not sure what bench the Udyr is gonna do with this Baron, but
Doesn't look like a whole lot of anything. Maybe they pick Set here. He's pretty out of position.
he's definitely very out of position, yes.
Yeah, that should turn into a kill, but I'm not sure what they're gonna do with that kill. Maybe they can get one tower top lane. Maybe an in-hit mid if they all go mid. That's what their best bet would be, to just rush mid after.
Lantern, but no, Leona ulti.
Yeah, that was a good Leon ult.
And they get another kill here from the Thresh, yeah.
Okay, this is actually huge for them. They should get 2 inhibs out of this. If not, maybe look to end.
Yeah, they might just go mid here and look to end, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely get 2 inhibs. There's no way they don't. Maybe even all 3 inhibs if they're fast enough. Or they're just going for the end. Big Seraphine ult. Alright, that's GG.
Yeah, that's definitely GG, yeah.
They literally just won off of them being out of position top lane.
Yeah, well, this game was looking tough for champions regardless, but
Yeah, it was tough, but that was the nail in the coffin. If they weren't up there, they could have stalled it out longer.
I'm gonna expect some Udyr bans against this team for sure going forward in this tournament. But
Yeah, I agree. I'm really surprised they didn't, considering the name. Disrespectful.
yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's definitely a fun game
Good
to
game.
watch.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. I thought it was gonna be a steamroll, and it actually wasn't. It was good to see some life out of champions.
Yeah, I do feel like the Lilia just wasn't able to do much this game. I think maybe from those early 2 kills around mid that just put her behind, and she was never able to have an impact this game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like she started to come back a little bit, but it wasn't enough. The game had to drag out much longer.
Yeah,
That Samira damage, doing almost over 25k.
yeah, but no, I'm excited to see this team going forward. I'm not sure what they would do if Udyr's banned. I guess we'll have to see what strategies they have, but
Yeah,
I
I need to
definitely
see what other
expect,
champions he plays.
yeah, I'm expecting Udyr just to be banned every game going forward, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why they won it. I think Udyr is just too strong, regardless of the comp.
yeah, it did have a good comp for him though, yeah, but
That early Raptors contest, I don't feel like was too smart.
yeah, champions did not pick good fights that game for sure. But yeah, I feel like I think we're going into another game, and yeah, so we'll be right back with one more match, and yeah, see you guys soon.
All right, see you guys then.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Chili Mountain Challenger Cup. We've had a bit of a caster swap out here. So my name is Coleslaw. We still have, is it Phasuo?
Phasuo. Just like
Phasuo.
Yasuo, but with Fa.
Okay, I like it. So it's Phasuo as well. We're here for a round 2 matchup here in the winner's bracket between Granola Diff and Akuma Blades. So both of these teams did pull out a win last round. Akuma Blades was able to beat, hold on one moment, Utah Valley Wolverines, and Granola Diff had a bye. They're one of the higher seeded teams in this tournament. So this is actually going to be their first action on the Rift. We are going to be hopping into draft in relatively quick order. But before we do that, I'll give a shout out to at least a couple of our sponsors here. So call out to Soaplicity. They are handcrafting all natural facial bath and body products made with the finest sustainable ingredients that are not only good for the body, but for the environment too. Now you can clean yourself and clean the world. Who doesn't love that? And I'll also give a shout out to All Good Craft granola bars. They're all natural made using repurposed grains from local Virginia craft breweries. You can get flavors like cranberry almond IPA, chocolate cherry stout, and blueberry Hefeweizen. It's like beer flavors, but in granola. I mean, that way you can pretend like you're drinking, but you're being healthy.
Sounds good to me.
Who doesn't want that? Anyway, we have pick and bans starting. We have Granola Diff on the blue side, Akuma Blades on the red side. And we see some bans already starting to fly off the table. Target ban Thresh, Seraphine also gone. Seraphine's one of those champions that we've seen a lot as of late. Actually,
They banned me, bro.
they banned you. Not a normal ban in this meta, you know. You're not normally used to seeing the
No,
Yasuo ban, but
That's surprising. I wonder if they have someone that plays him. So I'm honestly not sure. That's got to be like a target ban.
yeah, and of course the obligatory Seraphine. We've kind of seen enough of this champion as of late to know that she's probably a little too good.
We're getting 2 deer games right in a row.
Yeah, so we've got picks flying off the table. These teams knew what they wanted to draft, and they are hauling through it. So we see the Gragas lock in to start. That's kind of a flex pick. It can go jungle or top. It's more popular top as of late. It's immediately answered with the Udyr and Jhin, and Granola Diff snapped right back with Ezreal and the Ivern jungle as an answer to the Udyr. Have you seen the Ivern Udyr matchup anytime recently? What are your thoughts on that?
No, I have not seen it, to be honest. I mean, maybe like once or twice, but I feel like Udyr's got to be way faster in the jungle than Ivern is. Ivern's better at making long-range picks, I would say, than Udyr, but Udyr can run people down at the speed of light right now, so I don't think it really matters.
We also see the Urgot being locked in by the Akuma Blades. He's going to be the lane answer to the Gragas. That's kind of a pocket pick. I don't think I've seen that lane matchup either, so Akuma Blades pulling out some interesting tech here, but sometimes it's about what you're
Gragas
comfortable on.
support too, honestly.
That would be an interesting flex, yeah, and then you would have the counter pick available to punish that Urgot. Urgot, not one of the safer blind picks in top lane. He does have some matchups that are not his favorites, so that'd be a good bait and switch.
Who's the ones that are not his favorites?
I cannot tell you off the top of my head, I'll be honest.
I was just curious because I don't play against the champion all that much, but I really don't know who counters him.
I know that he can struggle in matchups where he just gets outranged. He also struggles to break through tanks like Scion, the Kleds, Poppies, Malphites of the world. Malphite kind of one of those picks that's shown up in higher level play as of late. And Urgot really doesn't like trying to melt through a Malphite who has a Sunfire.
Can he not just get a Bork and just like machine gun him down?
You'd think so. You would, but it's the issue is with no Mythic in that build immediately, and Malphite able to have all that movement speed. If he maxes his Q, then he's just chilling in that lane from what I understand. In any case, we have the second phase of bans here. Nico and Cassiopeia snapped off the table, taken away from X-Fluke in the mid lane for Akuma Blades. You have Camille and Gnar targeting top lane, which indicates that they did expect that to be Gragas support, and with a Jax locked in, that means you were right. So Gragas going bot lane, Jax going top as an answer to the Urgot. So that's a bit of a counter pick. You know, Urgot can get on top of Jax. Jax just presses Counter-Strike and says, hey, all those auto attacks you're trying to do, those don't count.
Yeah, there was actually a Udyr and Leona last game as well, so this is kind of similar.
It's interesting. We see a Rel locked in as the last pick. A lot of people... Wait. Hold on. Gragas mid?
Yeah, I think that's a Gragas mid. I mean, yeah, it has to be Ivern jungle. Gragas mid, I suppose, Rel support. That's interesting. I haven't seen Gragas mid in a while.
Yeah, it's a tech to be sure. I think they've baited us a few times around with it. Akuma Blades pondering between the Anivia and the Ari. I think
And
Anivia,
Nivea's a great pick
yeah,
against Gragas.
and I think it's important for them because prior to that Anivia lock-in, their team composition was going to be all AD with not the most consistent DPS, and that can pose a problem if you're against a tank Jax or a tankier building Jax, a Rel, and an Ivern with all that shielding. If those champions just start stacking armor without some serious magic damage to poke through them, then you're in danger. And Anivia at least able to control zones and pressure those picks. So I think that's
Yeah.
a much better lock-in than the Ari.
I think Granola Diff actually has to be kind of careful with their comp because it looks good, but they could have some really bad anti-synergy going on with the Gragas ult and Rel ult. Rel could suck them all together, and then Gragas just blows them apart, and that's not really what they want. But hopefully they're smart enough not to do that.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because they have a lot of engage, but a lot of disengage. There's a lot of versatility on these champions as far as what they want to do and where they want to go. Vrel kind of the one that has to commit the hardest. If Vrel wants to go in, she is in, and she is not getting back
She's
out.
just in.
Yeah, so
She's not riding that pony out.
I think that's something to look out for. Is we're going to see Superstar 1 on this Rel, and it's going to be a matter of if Granola Diff are winning, then Rel's a great pick. She kind of can snowball these leads. She can engage fights. She can get on top of this Jhin, and that Jin's going to die 9 times out of 10 with the Gragas and Jax following up.
Yeah, I agree. I'll probably see a Gale Force out of this Jhin. That's like what every Jhin goes.
It's one of those obligatory mythics, we were told. Choices,
Yeah,
decisions.
It's really strong on them. Like, there's nothing worse than trying to catch a Jhin who's running at the speed of light and then also Gale Forces away, and then has heal, and then also has flash. It's pretty pretty unwinnable to get that guy.
Yeah, well, and Akuma have some serious lockdown to kind of support that Jhin as well. There's a lot of zone control. You have this Anivia, of course, able to drop down that Glacial Storm, able to put up some walls that can get in the way of these champions that don't really have the ability to get past them. It can zone an Ivern off from supporting the rest of his team, or it can keep someone in that storm. If this Ezreal uses his Arcane Shift at any point in time and suddenly finds himself in an Anivia storm, he's going to have a bad time.
I actually think Nivea is pretty strong right now too. Every time I've had her in a solo queue game, she felt really strong.
Yeah, I mean it's the new season has done her favors and the buffs, right?
Mhm.
So have you played Anivia anytime recently?
No, I don't play her. I've just played against her, and she felt really strong. She felt a lot more oppressive in lane.
Yeah, I think it's what the missile speed on her Q was buffed to go much faster, so you can actually hit people with it.
I'm not sure, but I'm gonna look it up now to be honest.
I believe that was one of the bigger parts of it. I think they also shortened the cooldown on her ultimate later on in the game. That recently got reverted at least partially. I think her ultimate has a slightly longer cooldown at level 16. It was like you could cancel and put it back down in a second. But now it's a little slower. I think it's 2 or 3, but still it's one of those abilities that just has to be respected. It sets up her E, it can do a ton of damage, and it makes her a very strong champion. And items just synergize well. Leandry's excellent for burning down anyone with a lot of health.
They actually just nerfed Anivia.
Yeah.
11.3. She still feels strong too.
Well, we can look at these compositions on the whole. You said Granola Diff has to be careful. You like the Akuma Blades composition. I mean, what are we looking at for these teams? I think we've heard from a lot of analysts that kind of the Udyr win condition is often just stacking dragons, right? And
Yeah.
Ivern can't quite contest that most of the time.
Well, what I see from Granola Diff's team is I see some very good poke and some pick basically because Ivern lands his Q, Ezreal can follow up, Jax can follow up. I feel like if he lands his Q on anyone, that person's probably just dead. But Akuma Blade's team is actually pretty tanky, so they have to land it on the Jhin or like Anivia. Urgot's not going to fall immediately. Udyr's not going to fall immediately. Jax will definitely be much better late game than the Urgot, in my opinion. Jax late game is just one of the best champions in the game. I don't really know Ezreal skills versus Jhin. Jhin, I don't know. I feel like Ezreal can pump out more damage late game. Jin's that more kind of weird ADC that's just kind of like bursty.
Well, and Ezreal often builds Divine Sunderer now, right? Which Is
I think so. Yeah, I've seen that a couple times.
probably an excellent pickup into this Udyr Urgot Leona. That
Yeah,
percent max
no, I
health
agree.
is going to be doing tons of work here.
Yeah, I agree for sure. And Ezreal is actually a pretty good pick. He can at least try to kite the Udyr and stay away from him. Although it's pretty hard when Udyr runs at like 10,000 miles per hour.
Yeah, and
So
with
we'll
with
see.
no Iceborne Gauntlet anymore, sadly, the kiting is a little more difficult. Can't slow people down as you go away.
Yeah.
We have a
Wait, can
we're,
Can Ezreal not get Iceborne Gauntlet anymore?
no, it's Frostfire is a mythic.
Oh, okay.
So if you pick
So
that
it's
up,
just like a tank item now.
yeah, and if
Okay.
you pick that up, then it means your mythic stat for the rest of the game is increased size, which, while hilarious, uh, not good on Ezreal.
Oh, come on. Everyone likes a giant Ezreal.
Yeah. I can say I've actually personally tried it, and I thought it was kind of fun. Uh, Definitely incorrect though. It's just not really an
Yeah,
option.
yeah. I honestly didn't know that. I haven't kept up with ADCs at all. I don't play the role, so I don't really know what's changed for him too much this season yet. It's
Yeah,
hard to keep up with the massive item changes by themselves.
I think the replacement for it now is the Cyrilda's Grudge, um, item that you don't see too often, but it basically is the combination of a frozen mallet and a last whisper, I believe. So it gives you
Yeah.
percent armor pen and
I
slows, which,
I pick it up on Zed. It's great.
yeah, that item is been one of the more underlooked, I think, in this game. So in the new season, but it's really excellent on the champions that can utilize it. And Ezreal, of course, utilizes it expertly. I mean, who doesn't want
Yeah.
percent armor pen and slows on that champion?
And Sundra already lowers armor, doesn't it as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So
it seems like a good combo.
he just starts ignoring tanks and absolutely melting them. So that can be really good to burn through the Urgot Leona and Udyr. There's going to be a lot of pressure on this Ezreal. There's not a lot of damage in this Granola diff comp. You know, it's
Yeah. He's gonna have Udyr like all over him, but I mean he's got good peels, so I don't think he really has much to worry about.
yeah. I think the concern would be more likely finding himself caught by an Anivia stun or an Anivia slow with Arcane Shift on cooldown. That's really the way things go wrong for Grim and Granola Diff, is if this
Yeah.
Ezreal gets locked down and isn't able to blink out of there, then he's in some trouble. And with the Ezreal falls, that will be the fight. So I think there's a lot of pressure on Grim here to play this Ezreal very cleanly.
So last game we saw Udyr take both scuttles. I'm gonna be looking for this Udyr to do the same thing. I don't know if Udyr is just much faster in the jungle or what happened last game to enable that, but it seems like right now if a jungler gets double scuttle, that means quite a lot. And Udyr being as strong as he is could be quite the meaningful impact for this game at the beginning to get the ball rolling.
It's interesting because he more or less has to beat Ivern to the crab in order to get it. Of course, he can do it insanely fast. The bear stance
That's
gets rid of the
true.
shield and he melts it. But if Ivern has smite available and can get to a crab, 4 seconds before Udyr does, then
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
crab
got
is
you.
Ivern's. Which I think is probably why we see this as the counter pick to Udyr. It's kind of trying to contest the more neutral parts of the map with that smite so that the camp dies instantly. But harder to contest dragon. Ivern not really able to solo a dragon ever at any point in the game. Whereas Udyr, very happy to just run by there, swoop it,
He,
take it in 15 seconds, and be on his merry way.
he's just got to get Nashor's Tooth, bro. He can do it.
Is that the anti-Udyr tech?
That's it right there.
Yeah, I have a hunch we won't be seeing that here, but I don't know. Maybe
Nah,
Method
no,
just
there's no way. If he does, I would laugh my ass off. There is no way that's happening.
yeah. Well, in any case, I think we've talked about this with pretty good detail. I think we understand at least a little bit of what to look out for here. We've got the champion select spectator delay winding down. We actually had a couple issues getting our champion selected. I think we misdrafted like 3 times in a row. So we've been talking for a while and still have a couple minutes to go. So we're going to cut it to a quick break. We'll see you all back on the Rift in just a couple minutes.
My name is Roshan Richards, and I'm the owner of Simplicity with my husband, and we've been doing this for about 5 years, and we love it. Commercial products are good and everything, but I found that I had a lot of allergies to things. That's how I got started doing this, and I got tired of being sick all the time and breaking out in rashes and having headaches, and so I just kind of got fed up with it because I couldn't find anything on the market. So I started creating my own products, and it was such a huge instant difference. I wanted to dedicate ourselves to keeping everything as close to nature as possible. So there's no artificial colors, there's no artificial fragrances, all sustainable ingredients, no microwave processes. Everything is gluten-free. All of our soaps are vegan. And we wanted to keep it as clean as possible. And I think that's how we're a little bit different, and it feels different on the skin because of that. We also wanted to keep it at a price point that wasn't exorbitant for most people. We like to make sure that each customer has their needs met, not just on like the products that they receive. We want to make sure that it's a personal experience for them as best we can. That's important to us, and when people come into the store, we kind of tour the store for them. We want to make sure that they know how our products are different, and we want to be able to cater the experience to them. I want my customers to know that they have a choice and that they don't have to compromise on quality. You can have bath and body products that look good, they feel good, they smell good, and they are good for your body, and you don't have to pay a crazy amount of money to have them.
My name is Jaden Lin. I'm an employee at Simplicity. I've been working here for about 5 years, or since the company started. I've had a lot of allergies, or actually psoriasis, and a lot of other things that have happened to me, but I found that the all-natural products have really helped me, and that's why I enjoy working here. There's one of my favorite products is called Rejuvenate, which actually always helps me after all my football games. When I was in high school, I'd come back and I'd be all beaten up and sore, and it always helped me recover.
We looked long and hard for a place where we could make everything here on site. So we make everything by hand and in small batches so we can control the quality. Like some days people can come in and watch us making bath bombs, which is fun. The rest of the process takes place back behind. We're located at 93 South Main Street in Pleasant Grove, and we're also online at simplicity.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to the Chili Mountain Challenger Cup. My name is Coleslaw. Joining me on this cast here is Phasuo. We're in round 2 of the tournament with a matchup between Granola Diff and the Akuma Blades. Seen some interesting drafts, some interesting bans, and we are now on the Rift. We have a level 1 that looks like it's not going to be the most exciting. And Phasuo, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. I get to watch some League of Legends. I get to cast some League of Legends. You know, you could be watching the LEC right now, but everyone listening to me means that they're watching this instead. And for that, we thank you. Because why would you watch Europe when you could watch the best that NA has to offer here in the Chili Mountain Challenger Cup?
I'm seeing a 5-point start here from both teams. They're just going to play it safe, just like last game. No diamond invades as of yet.
Yeah, and you see both junglers going for the routine strat where you go place a ward somewhere, then recall, buy your sweeper, and get the heck out of there. It's a fast way to get a pretty free ward. Makes your start a little safer, I guess, because you have that vision, and you'd rather have a sweeper relatively early on in the game. Well, we've got a trade. No.
AKB is kind of worried about their red buff being stolen. They actually warded it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the classic concern with Ivern, right? Is if he wants a camp and he has smite, it's his camp.
Yeah, he just walks up and yoinks it. No questions asked.
So the ward makes sure he can't do that. They're going to try and get that vision. But aside from that, we've got a relatively normal start. Actually, you see the on the way ping here. So we see Method going into this jungle. He did not use smite on his own camp. So he may be able to get this camp. I don't think anyone's going to be able to contest. And that'll give us some vertical jungling.
Yeah, he's going to get it. The question is, how fast can Anivia and Urgot respond if they're going to? Yeah, they're not responding at all. It's just going to be a vertical jungle. Udyr is going to take his wolves here, and I imagine just go straight to enemy's red.
Yep, and so that can kind of throw off the game plan a little bit, you know, because it means that this Udyr that was pathing from bot to top no longer is going to be pathing to top. So that means that this Jax Mabud can play a little more aggressive, try and be more aggro in the lane, knowing that Udyr is not going to be there anytime soon. And similarly on the bot side of the map, you get that opposite effect where you know where the junglers are, there's no mystery here, and that means that the Granola Diff bot lane going to have to play this one a little slower.
Yeah, that's a good point for sure. I haven't even really thought about that much in my solo queue games. You know they're vertically jungling, you know where they're at basically.
So aside from that, though, it's going to be quiet. I don't think we're going to get any double crab. We brought about the idea. It's kind of something that Udyr wants to do, but when the map splits like this...
Ivern's actually looking for a gank top.
Yep, and you see the Jax going in. This is level 2 versus level 3, though.
They got it. They got the kill here.
Yep. Revnon just kind of stuck. He's got nowhere to go. First blood goes right over. No play on the other side of the map either.
Okay, I feel like Urgot just kind of screwed up there. I mean, it should be pretty obvious that they're vertically jungling and that he's pushed up too far against a Jax plus an Ivern. They can lock him down very easily. Yeah, I feel like he was just out of position.
Yeah, I mean, what were you saying? It's you literally know where the enemy jungler is. You know that they're on that side of the map, and you're going to be pushed up right next to the turret with no ward down. I think that's kind of the expected result, I'd even say. It's if you didn't think you were going to die.
And Granola just got first blood on, like, their best champion.
Yeah, Jax, of course, going to be scaling in this game. No one's going to be able to match him in a side lane if he gets there, so that's a huge deal for them. But you see a crab getting taken away. This is Hexmist on the Udyr just saying, I can 1v1 you, and though you've got this crab hit up, can't take it yet, so mine. Poor method.
That's free. Oh, Leona's actually already at top scuttle at 4 minutes. This is truly season 11.
No neutral objective is not worth rotating your support for.
Bro, I main mid lane and I just have the jungler and support there. It feels like 24/7. It's a 1v3 lane.
We've got a little bit of danger here in top lane with them, but the lane is pushing. The Udyr is here, but it doesn't look like they're going to try and make a gank happen, so he'll be fine for now.
Not wanting to try, but he's not out of position enough for it to really matter. And I imagine he can just jump away. I don't think he actually has a ward on him, though. No, his ward was used, so he can't ward jump. It's actually kind of bad. If Urgot can get a freeze off here, then he can just keep Jax there, and Jax will have to miss a lot of CS.
Yeah, you see the Ivern coming up. Method's just on the way. They're breaking the freeze, though.
Yeah,
Udyr is here.
I like to see that from him for sure. Although Udyr is trying to make sure the freeze stays.
Yeah, sometimes this can happen when you decide you want to break a freeze. You just get some 2v2 laning for a little while, but I think they're going to be able to get it happening here. They've got the minions, enough minions
yeah, they should. I mean, Udyr is losing half his HP too, so I don't think it's really working out for them too well.
Yeah, it looks like they're actually almost contemplating the idea of a dive. If
This is very silly. I haven't seen something like that in a long time.
Well, all right, we're done. That's fine. Didn't quite break the freeze, but both junglers decide they've had enough of that nonsense and they're heading out.
It's actually broken because all the minions are focusing on one minion, and that melee minion just ran past the rest, so they broke it.
Okay.
It'll now push back to blue.
I didn't quite catch that, so thanks for calling that out.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. There's some LS lane mechanics there.
Wave management, man. That's what top lane is for.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm pretty positive if you walk in front of the wave, you can actually pull all of them onto one minion. So even though the wave is equal in terms of numbers of minions, you can still make one push the other way. It's ridiculous.
Well, in any case, we see the dragon already getting started up here. The Ivern and the Gragas both going for an invade onto this raptor camp, so they're not going to be able to spot that out. You see BRSH on Leona helping Hexmist with this dragon, so they're going to be able to secure that with no issue. Our camera decides that it actually wants his top lane while that dragon's going down, but you see the Smite, you see the Ocean Dragon get picked up, Kuma Blades get that first objective, and they start stacking those dragons just as an Udyr should.
Yeah, they actually traded stealing raptors for a dragon, so it's really not that great at all. I guess they got something.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where if you don't think you can contest, then it's get the next best thing, and sometimes it's unfortunate, and that's raptors.
Horrible trade, but at least they got something.
It's better than nothing, so.
Yeah.
Well, we're kind of having a quiet early game here, you know? I think this is a little bit of what you get with the Ivern if he's just going to be farming. You see another invade here. They know that red buff timer's up, so they're on this camp. Now you see the collapse coming in here. Fluke and Revnon are in the vicinity, but they're stunning up P-Butt Nutter, and he's going to go right down. That's just a very free kill. The Ivern gets the red buff and gets it. Oh, he didn't have Smite, I think, because that red buff is still there, so.
Okay, then.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I really would have thought that Method was going to smite that red buff. So the invade goes wrong. They get punished for it. They lose a kill. They don't get the red. Now you see Mabud jumping in. That means he doesn't have a jump to get out. Here's a Leona. He's going to not get stunned up by that. The trigger seed saves the Jax. Teleport coming in. The Gragas is back on the map, but the Anivia is doing damage. You've got a flash coming in. The flip onto that Jax. That's a kill. Now there's a stun on the Method. He's going to have to flash away. It's another kill picked up for the Akuma Blades. And Phasuo, what was that? Explain. Who was thinking what there?
That was honestly hard to follow. I was watching Anivia and I thought she was gonna get egged at least by Gragas, but then she just made it away. I missed the kill on what? Did Jax die? No, did Jax made it away? He actually died, or did Jax not?
Mabud did eventually die. Yeah, he didn't have counter strike for the next Leona stun, and it was Revnon pulled the flash flip onto him, and that got him caught out enough that he couldn't get saved.
Yeah, I saw the Urgot ult hit him, and I thought he was gonna die, but then Ivern shielded him for like half his health, so that did not happen.
I mean, that's a bit of a crazy fight. I think Akuma Blades basically had the upper hand because you saw BRSH on this Leona all the way up there, while Granola Diff had their support still sitting in the bot lane, so it basically turned into a 4-on-3, right?
Yeah, it triggers me in solo queue all the time. Enemy support roams and your support sits bottom, and the enemy AD carry still out farms your AD carry, like what's happening in this game right now. It's a really bad situation. That means the rel is just basically useless.
I mean, to their credit, at least they were able to get a couple plates on the tail end of that play. They were able to pressure Keyboarder and get something for their trouble, but I don't think 2 kills and a wasted teleport is quite the value trade you want to make. Gold differential actually still relatively close to even, though. I think a lot of that is because of the farm diff in top lane, and that's going to be a pretty big difference maker, and also the fact that they were able to pick up that first blood.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this next dragon goes, considering the first one wasn't contested.
Yeah, that's spawning in a minute and a half, so team's beginning to eye it. Here's actually a Hex Flash. PRSH decides doesn't want to go that way, but you see the curtain call coming in. Hexmist is here. These are 2 low health champions stuck underneath their turret. They are not going to be able to do much. They're going to get locked down. There's no teleport to help them unless Mabud wants to back way off, so they're just stuck. The dive's going to come in eventually. The Arcane
is here too.
not enough. Here comes the engage. Hexmist is taking up the turret. It actually goes back onto the Jhin, so he has to run away. The Leona is going to fall to the turret. This is a little bit scuffed. You see the egg get popped, but it is still a 2-for-1 in favor of the Akuma Blades. They do get their kills. They only lose 1, despite how well played that was by Granola Diff.
Looks like Ezreal ended up picking up a kill on Leona at least. They're going to lose first blood tower here, though, for sure.
Yeah, so the unfortunate thing for this, if you're Akuma Blades, is you're kind of doing this play a little too early for Dragon, but now you see a play onto the top side. Method gets caught up underneath the turret, tanking aggro when he doesn't want to, and that means that he just goes right down. I think that was actually a solo kill. The teleport was channeled, but wasn't even necessary, and now Vabud has to run for the hills. You have the Ivern dead and the Dragon spawning in 20 seconds, and Akuma Blades really starting to take a lead here.
Yeah,
or not.
Just to see what happens with this Jax, because he's still got first blood, and Jax is still, in my opinion, one of the best champions in the game, whether it be organized play or solo queue. He's just such a strong champion. He can pump out so much damage. He's insanely tanky. He has a lot of mobility.
Yeah, and I think he just doesn't have anyone who can go toe-to-toe with him in this game, which is going to be a problem if we keep going. I think the answer to that may be a soul that gives you the scaling. You see Akuma Blades taking this uncontested yet again. Hexmist on that, just going to secure that with no objection whatsoever from Granola Diff. So
yeah, I don't know why they're giving that dragon. I feel like they should have contested that. But now they have the option of getting 4 mountains if they were to take all the next mountains.
And 4 mountains kind of funny, right? Because it gives you percent resistances, and you have that Grandmaster's Might on Jax, right? Which gives him like 110 of each at level 16. So quad mountain plus 100 free resist sounds pretty beautiful, if you ask me.
He'd be like unkillable. The biggest problem for Jax is going to be CC this game.
Well, here's an engage onto this Anivia. An excellent flash gets away from the explosive cask, and X-Fluke going to live to see another day. That's a lot committed for nothing. Oh no, the blue buff. Oh, it's so sad. Did you catch what happened there?
No, I didn't see it.
It was a blue buff handoff, but the Anivia Q left it at 8 HP.
Oh,
and,
so dear got it. Yikes.
Yeah, the Phoenix Stance Aura did that last 8 damage and denied that blue buff from Fluke, so no blue buff for the Anivia. Here's a Hex Flash in from BRSH, lands the Zenith Blade. The Arcane Shift gets out of the Jhin route, so it's just going to be a bit of a trade here. A Whiff Solar player, you see the Rel engage coming in. BRSH going to have to flash over the wall. Now Method shows up. He's got Daisy, but this fight's already over, and Daisy's just going to run it down mid.
Yeah, they're just going to walk away.
Rock Golem lives matter, man. Or Daisy. I probably shouldn't make that joke. I didn't mean any harm by that. I'm sorry, everyone.
Man, I would have loved to see a Yasuo game. That would have been great for me. I would love to commentate that.
Well, in any case, you get the Gragas mid. Hey, when was the last time you saw a Gragas mid being played by someone seriously?
It's been a long time, to be honest. I would love to see a nice Gragas Flash one-shot this game.
I think there's the potential. This is a Night Harvester Gragas. That is kind of his routine build, and that has the chance to blow up a Jhin if he can get the full combo onto him. There's enough damage there that a Jhin without heal or a Jhin without flash is going to find himself getting popped by a full AP Gragas at some point.
Yeah, I feel like he was probably picked more just for his peel, to be honest. Give them some magic damage and give them more peel to get Udyr off of Ezreal and Leona.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think Gragas kind of one of the premier peel champions in the game, really, right? Is the body slam plus the explosive cask is just so much disengage if you need it that
Oh yeah.
it's almost impossible to ignore a Gragas in a fight. You cannot just go past him. He will make sure of that. So
Yeah, I mean, the amount of peel they have for this Ezreal plus his own mobility, it's going to be very, very hard to get on top of him. I think for Akuma, all of their focus will probably be on Anivia because she's really the majority of their damage. I mean, Jhin does a lot of damage, but it's just so inconsistent. I can't really view him as a carry compared to Anivia.
we've got a play brewing here in the top lane. You actually see Method in a bush undetected. There's a teleport being channeled in. Superstar comes over the wall, but Revdon just going to flash out. That's that. Okay, never mind. Well, here comes Daisy again. We've got the Herald getting started up. This is going to be our first full-on 5v5. You see Grim trying to get some poke in from over the wall. Few Arcane Blasts going a little wide, but with a couple key ultimates burned, it's going to be tough to get the engage going here. Which means that,
they're just giving it. They're just backing off.
Yeah, Herald just going to be secured by Granola Diff. You see Method pick that up, so they'll be able to get that second Herald. That is their first neutral objective of the game, so as soon as they bring their bot lane up, things start going a little better for them.
I would like to see Granola Diff use this Herald to get the next dragon, or at least have the pressure for the next dragon. And I think that's probably aimed to do.
I'm sure you would like to see it, but it's already dropped.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know why they want this tower so bad. I mean, they could still use that for dragon pressure, but they're not even going to get the tower with the Rift Herald.
Yeah,
that seems like a waste.
Turret actually had a little too much health, so they dropped the Herald with no wave. They aren't there to support it, and it's gonna hit that turret for some damage, but not secure it. They do still have mid prio, so it looks like they are going to try for this dragon. You see Grim now trying to get a recall off, gonna get his shot in before the dragon fight. The Blood also recalling as well, so it looks like Granola Diff going to want to contest it. But I agree with you, that Herald play in particular, little shaky.
No, yeah, there's I don't know why they did that, to be honest. There was much better uses for that Herald. They must have really thought that it was going to take out the turret.
You know, you see them running back onto the map here. They want to contest this dragon, but their recalls came in a little late, so the dragon is spawning in a second. They're not quite here yet. They've got to retake some ground into an Anivia. You see the wall set up just to block them from entering the river, but they are going in there now. Revnon is still top lane, and they know that, so they're going to get the position.
Yeah, and the
Urgot's just not here yet. Here's the curtain call.
Okay, there's the TP behind
Engage
him.
in from Rel. You see the Gragas being stunned up, but here comes the Solar Flare. Here comes the explosive cast. You see Hexmas down immediately. Revnon's now in the backline all by himself. He's doing a basically 1-on-5, so he's going to trade with P-Nutter, but it means that the fight goes the way of Granola Diff. They're going to get their dragon. That's a good contest for them, and they are able to make sure that that dragon timer and that stacking slows down.
I don't know how they just walked in there and took that, to be honest. That makes no sense. Akuma had that set up long before they did, and they just backed away and they just let him have it.
Yeah, I mean, it was Revnon was sitting top lane while Mabud recalled and then walked all the way to the bot river, right? And
Yeah.
the teleport just came in so late. By the time the
I
Urgot
guess
was in the
it
fight,
was
the
too late.
Udyr was dead already.
Yeah, it was 4v5, so I guess they must have backed off because it was 4v5. Yeah, in my opinion, Urgot needed to be there sooner just to make sure they get that dragon. Like, yeah, he's got the TP, but if they just get there long before the enemy team does, they can set up all the vision, and it's almost near impossible for Granola to just walk in there into blindness and take the dragon. They're at least going to take a lot of damage before they get there, a lot of pokes. One of them might even get killed.
Yeah, I think Anivia is so good at holding a position. It just wasn't really used that way.
No, it wasn't. Urgot needed to be there sooner. 100%.
In any case, while we were talking about that, I'm not sure if you caught it, but Keyboarder kind of just killed Grim. Grim traded his life for that mid turret. I think he ended up getting rooted in turret aggro range, and then the power of Flash Heal Gale Force Jhin was able to chase down that Ezreal, and that was...
There's no escaping him, man. he's a fast boy.
He really do be. So I don't think Grim quite expecting that one. You know, you don't really expect, this Jhin will be able to run me down on Ezreal. That's
You see, he doesn't have guild, but he actually went Dustblade Ezreal. What? Is that really something they do?
Yeah, this is a new build. It's Essence Reaver and Dustblade gives you a lot of ability haste, and it can do a lot of damage. It makes your Qs really hurt. So it's a meta build that exists. I think I still disagree with it here though because of how tanky this Akuma Blades team is. Anyway, we have an engage onto Fluke here. This Anivia is caught out. The explosive cast goes wide. You see a flash and a wall, and Fluke is out of there. It's a bit of an over-eager trigger finger on P-Nutter, and Fluke says, okay, fine, I'll just leave. It's really well played by him.
Very interesting Leona ult.
Yeah. I think that was probably predicting a dash that was not on cooldown.
Yeah,
Draw
predicting
cooldown.
a flash or a dash.
So, doesn't work out, but I think you'd rather have no Leona ult and a live Anivia than Leona ult and a dead Anivia.
So I want to see Granola Diff contest every dragon from here on out, especially considering they went and got that one. I want to see them get the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be thinking, right? If you were allowed to just kind of walk in and say hello, that you may as well just do it again every time, right?
Yeah. I mean, with a strong Jax, with an Ezreal that is doing well, granted the Jin's doing well too. Either way, I'd love to see them fight for these dragons, considering that one went well. Getting 4 Mountain Drakes on a Jax and a Rel just sounds amazing, especially taking that away from Udyr and Leona.
And I think we called it out a little bit, is that armor kind of the name of the game here for Granola Diff. Like, there is an Anivia there, but everyone else on that Akuma Blades team is going to be doing physical damage. So if you're able to either focus the Anivia or zone her out of a fight, then all you need is armor for the rest of that team. And it's especially valuable into a Jhin going this build. The Collector really better against squishy champions and squishy targets. So if you see the Jax, the Rels starting to stack armor, it's going to be at least harder for the Jhin to burn through them, especially through a Jax, because counter-strike that 4th shot, and Jhin is just very sad.
Yeah, I mean, they could also just look to use Gragas ult to just ult Anivia out of the fight, and just stack armor, and then Anivia doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think I fully agree with that game plan. They're not there yet. We actually don't see that much. I think all we see for armor so far is the Bramble Vest on Jax and Rel with a Locket, as well as the Bulwark of the Mountain. But as time goes on here, as they start getting more gold and more items, I think that's when we'll see that game plan starting to come online.
Speaking of Jax, he's got like a 30 CS lead, almost 40 now on Urgot.
Yeah, and that's after being to the dragon fight first, so the blood turning into a win condition. So, interestingly enough, they haven't taken a turret in either side lane. It was Revnon that got that top turret first. now that you see the top laner spot lane. Well, actually, we've got a fight breaking out. We see an engage onto Superstar. This Rel's going to go in instead of out. The teleport is channeling in. You see VRSH and Hexmas stunned up. The focus is now onto Leona with an excellent flash out, going to get to safety. Solar Flare going to stun up this Gragas. The Anivia is on the way. That's going to be a kill onto P-Bud Nutter.
Anivia damage.
Yeah, Anivia hurts, man. And that's going to be Gragas going down in that fight. Fluke showed up and was able to make it happen, but this fight not over yet. You see the flash engage from this Rel, the stun onto Fluke. The egg is popped. Daisy is in. Goodbye, Anivia. Now we're chasing down Hexmist. He's going to be able to dodge out from the counter strike. This Udyr going to start zooming away. There's no catching that.
I think. Okay, for a second I thought they were going to go for Baron because they were pathing that way, but I guess they just wanted to chase Udyr.
And you see these teams still looking at a fight. The counter-strike onto Revnon going to mean that Udyr's, Urgot's going to go down. And pop goes all of Keyboarder's health. So that means that now the Dragon truly on the side of Granola Diff. They're able to win that fight after drawing it out. They lose their Gragas first, but they get back in there and they are able to secure these objectives. And now you see Hexmas trying to get his blue buff. Not sure he wants this fight. Jack's kind of scary. With an Ezreal ult to help. Oh. He lives.
This Dragon win con is really coming to life, I think. And this Jax is just getting stronger and stronger, and they're just getting every dragon now.
Yeah, I mean, Mabud was an absolute monster in that fight, right? Like,
yeah, he was.
You could almost say that was 80% Jax on that follow-up where they were able to kill Revnon. Was just Jax hopping in and saying, okay, I'll just do a ton of damage and ignore all of yours because you're 2 auto-attackers. And there's just nothing you can do about that if you're Urgot and Jhin.
Yeah, I almost hate even watching Jax take over this game because I hate the champion myself, but he's Jax, that's what he does. You can't be upset about it, he's just a beast of a champion.
You see him now, he's completed the Triforce finally after going that Blade of the Ruin King first, so he does have that Mythic, which means he'll just be powering up even harder. Now as fights extend, that Jack's going to become more and more powerful in them, which is kind of spooky, and I think armor's on the horizon, so now that he's got all the damage in the world, he just gets to get tanky.
Yeah, and there's nothing Urgot can do in this side lane anymore. In my opinion, Jax is just going to keep on taking towers and just keep winning the split. So it kind of forces Akuma into a bad position in that regard as well. We see Urgot now actually moving mid, maybe to get a pick on this Ivern.
Yeah, we saw them trying to engage onto that Rel there inside the jungle, an excellent Anivia wall, some good stuns, but with the Ivern peel there, then Superstar just could be all right. Hops right back over the wall, and Rel is out of there, so no big deal.
And bot tower is gone now.
Yeah, no one there to answer that Jax.
He's not, even if he's there, he's not going to be able to answer him very well.
Yeah, it's a struggle. This is scaling diff coming online right here.
Yeah, this Jax is a monster.
So if you are worried about this Jax, and you're the side of Akuma Blades, what are you thinking? What can you do? Are you trying to force an objective?
CC lock.
Yeah.
All you can do is CC lock them in a team. You'll never win the split.
Well, here's an engage. We see BRSH getting focused down, gonna run away. I got a little excited. I thought that was gonna go a little further than it did. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all good. I watched it too. They just kind of mutually backed off.
We'll all use our ultimates and then we'll walk away. You know, that was a little bit of a handshake. Mind, we don't want that.
They're probably scared of the Baron, to be honest. So they don't want to 50-50 it.
Yeah. Okay, so, but back to what we were saying, is if you're Akuma Blades, you do have ways to generate leads still, right? There's a lot of CC.
I see them having to basically team fight and CC this Jax, because you can't just let this guy split. He's just going to win the game through split.
Which means, you know, you have to force him to come and fight you on your terms, right? So
yeah,
you got to pressure the Baron.
Or Baron fights.
Yeah, pressure these objectives. It's unfortunate that wow, that damage on Fluke. He kind of just took out his health from the Gragas barrel. Yeah, I mean, you need to force something. You need to force the Dragon. Unfortunately, because you've lost 2 of them, the Soul isn't on the horizon anytime soon. Baron is up on the map. You don't take it particularly fast with Jhin, but it's not the slowest one either, so if you can get there.
What I see Akuma needing to do is to set up objectives way beforehand and go for picks with their strong CC and control champs. That is a win condition I see for them. Because if Akuma tries to walk into them and they're well set up, there's one of them at least should die between an Anivia, a Jhin, a Leona. There's just so much CC there. You can't face check that team. It's not possible.
Yeah, and so all you need to do, right, is deny vision, get set up in bushes or in the river where the enemy team's forced into this phase check. Try and make it happen. You see them going for these plays here and there. You saw them try to get that play onto Superstar in their red side jungle. It's just that Rel with the Iron Shield, maybe a little too tanky to be the target for a pick. But if you can lock down the Iron, if you can lock down the Gragas, then it's a whole lot easier, and that's when it starts becoming an option. So yeah. I agree with you. I think I'd like to see them pick up another sweeper. You still see only 2 sweepers on their side. And I think vision denial probably a little more important for Akuma Blades than having the vision in the first place.
It is, but they got to be able to get there, and they still need vision to make the plays. But yeah. We see Dragon coming up here in 55 seconds, so I really want to see Akuma setting this up like right now.
Yeah, unfortunately it is for them anyway. Unfortunately for Akuma anyway, it is Granola Diff here in the river. They have gotten these last 2 dragons, and they're interested in continuing that trend. So you see them getting the vision already. They've got the Prio in the bot lane to help them with this dragon. You see Fluke now walking down. You have a recall from Peanut Nutter to try and get in here. They have to surrender this position a little bit, but
I really feel like they should just go kill Jax right now. He is behind a whole team. They just go kill him, they can take Dragon. They should be on this Jax. There you go. Go kill him.
Yeah, you actually see the Jax teleporting out. He's going to leave the fight by going out. He gets stunned up, though. He's going to get rooted up. Going to jump away from that Leona, and now we have the fight breaking out. Superstar gets a 3-man engage. The knock up into the stun. That's huge. But there's another stun on the other side. Everyone's inside this Anivia ult. You get a 3-man fear from this Urgot. The Jax is in the backline doing what he can, but he's 1v4. He's going to fall eventually. Or is he? He gets one first. The health bars are so low. A kill comes over the wall from this Ezreal, and somehow Mabud just in the backline all by himself for so long, and they actually are able to come out on top of that fight.
Jeez.
Wow.
I can't believe they won that considering how long Jax 1v4'd. That's crazy.
I mean, they lose on kills, but they win on health bars. You see a re-engage coming in here now. The dragon is already dead, so this is now everyone for themselves. Z Method trying to run away. You get some slows onto Hexfist, and they're not going to be able to get anything for it.
Wow. Needs to rush Baron right now. That'd be their only play while they're on the map. Enemy team's dead and recalling. They should have just tried to Baron.
Yeah, they're actually not going to go for it. I very much agree with you. If you were going to go for the desperation play, if you can't win these dragon fights, Baron right there is your opportunity. But rather than do that, they're going to take the opportunity to reset. And now that means that Granola Diff finds themselves on Soul Point.
Yeah, this dragon win con is really coming through for them.
I mean,
this is becoming so huge, and these dragons are just making them even more of a monster. Even though they got him that last fight, it still took like 4 people and like 20 seconds to kill him. That's not good.
And he still led to 1 person dying, and he got them all super low. It was crazy. That's not normally how that goes.
Jax is just insane, man. This champion is something else.
I think I also called out that Revdon was going to get a 3-man fear, but he didn't. He actually, despite the fear beyond death connecting and reeling in for that kill, he didn't run into the enemy team to get that fear. He could have if he wanted to, but he kind of backed away at the last second, and it meant that he feared nobody. I think some extra CC and disruption on the backline would have been an issue, but here's a pick going on to Peanut Nutter. The Gragas is going to get slowed up by the Solar Flare. They're trying to get this kill, but the team isn't anywhere nearby. Gragas will go down eventually. Fear beyond death going to connect. That means it's a pick, and that's what you need if you're Akuma Blade, so now they got to turn their attention to this Baron now.
Yeah, now they have Baron pressure. This could be really good. They can actually force Granola Diff to walk into them, which is exactly what we were talking about. It's what they want. This is what they need. They just need to bait this Baron and then just kill them, in my opinion.
Well, there's an excellent ultimate from the Ezreal, the True Shot Barrage connecting onto basically everyone. Superstar with another 3-man engage. There's a follow-up from this Jax. You see stuns and health bars getting very low already. The Locket's going to provide shielding and health, but this fight not going Akuma Blade's way. Mabud is just unkillable in the front line. I say that right as he dies, but...
Yeah, he got a little bit greedy there, but still, man, he's just too strong for them.
Despite the numbers advantage, despite having the health bars at the start, they just couldn't get the win in that fight. I think Grim pumping out so much damage as well. You have to give a lot of credit to this Ezreal, and now you see Granola Diff going onto this Baron. They're going to try and take it down. It's only Keyboarder who can do anything about it, but he's not going to try. He's just going to head towards mid lane. That means this Baron goes over to Granola Diff.
You know what's really good about this Baron is that they're still going to have this when the Dragon Soul spawns. So as long as they don't die, they're going to have increased stats and more pressure, and it's going to make taking that Dragon Soul that much easier.
Yeah, and I think at this point it's getting to a point where Granola Diff are piling on leads that are growing to be insurmountable. It's going to take a bit of a miracle at this point for Akuma Blades to come
Agree.
back. But
No, there's no doubt about that.
you know, they kind of had the right idea there. You have to give them credit. They're playing proactively. They're trying to do what they can. Nothing about that play except how it went was wrong. They got the pick on Gragas. They turned it on to Baron. That's by the book. It's textbook. It's exactly what you want to do. But they just ended up taking a little too much damage from the Baron. The
They're
Arcane
too far
Barrage, so good. Or the True Shot Barrage, so much damage. And
They got the pick. They made a 4v5, but they're still too weak to even win a 4v5.
yeah. It's just not something you normally say, you know? In a 32-minute game with a 3k gold lead, that's not normally an insurmountable lead, but it's just how the gold is distributed and onto
Yeah.
which champions. It's
Exactly. It's one word, and it's Jax.
yeah.
That's all you gotta say.
And I think
purple cover down here.
we see the Baron push happening. You see a bit of a goose chase going down in bot lane. They're going to try and kill this Jax, but while they're doing that, mid-inner is going to fall. Mid-inhibitor on the sites as well here for Granola Diff. So that's going to fall as well. You've got a massive wave crashing in top lane that's no one's picking up. And Jax, after they leave, is just going to be able to restart that pressure.
Yeah, I see very little hope anymore for Akuma. This game's looking pretty in the bag for Granola. I think Jax was a huge part of it. If this guy wasn't on Jax, I don't know if he'd be able to have this kind of impact. I'm not saying that as like a...
Did you see that as real damage?
Nah, I didn't see. But I see it. I named Anivia, so
Yeah.
I believe it.
That's a lot of damage coming out of Grim. It was one huge chunk that Anivia to half. True Shot Barrage put her into egg, and then with an explosive cast, they're able to finish off that kill. Fluke
That's
was the wave
actually
clear.
huge. It's
So-
huge because Anivia can stop pushes really well, and now she's gone, so this game's just over.
Yeah,
Like, even if they don't end it now, they're gonna take everything right now. They're gonna get Dragon Soul. They can even take bottom inhib.
yeah. You
now
see
we
the
get
fight
Akuma
happening.
just
Superstar
desperate.
getting the engage yet again. Revnon doing what he can as well,
Yeah,
but
it's GG.
it's too little too late. Grim tanking up the Nexus turrets like it doesn't matter. Revnon going to get taken down. The Soul comes in right as they start knocking down the Nexus turret. So that means this is going to be game. The Granola Diff able to secure a win here. Convincing fashion. They just kind of played it slow for a while, took their scaling, took the win. And now we see some KDA padding if they can get it. Just fighting outside the fountain, but
He's got that IPA granola. You
Yeah.
can't stop him.
well, good game to both of these teams. Really well played by them, and I think we kind of called it out as it happened. There's not really a mystery as to how they were able to make this happen. It was
No.
Granola Diff just playing to their draft.
Honestly, that first blood going to Jax was pretty detrimental. That started a really bad snowball.
Yeah, and I mean, then he just went, right? It was every team fight. It was just Mabud diving in, being unkillable, being tanky, doing a ton of damage, and by the time he was able to go out, then Grim was ready in there to clean up. This Ezreal actually a huge pickup as well. Check the damage graph. It was Grim just doing so much damage with this build. I kind of criticized it a little bit, thinking that because AKM had tankier champions, it might not be ideal. But when you get that far ahead, when you clean up that many kills, sure, man, go lethality, Ravenous
Yeah.
Hydra. What's stopping you?
I'm surprised as well. I did not expect him to pump out that much. That's ridiculous.
I think if you missed it, it's unfortunate, but there was that fight at that inhibitor where it was literally a singular Q from Grim did half of Fluke's health. Like, not an
I
exaggeration.
don't doubt it, man.
Literally half. And then it was True Shot Barrage, and it was just, then the Anivia was dead. Connecting two abilities to kill a champion from range is kind of crazy. Grim playing that really well.
And like I said, that's really bad for Anivia because she is like the one champion that's very good at stopping games from ending, and then she's just gone, and there's just no way to stop Granola from ending it.
Yeah, and that's what happens. You know, they kill the Anivia, they crack the base even harder, and then they close it out with the Baron. So, well
Yeah,
played by
maybe-
them.
Maybe that's why they picked the Gragas too. It's just to counter the Anivia at the end so they could actually end.
Yeah, I mean, you displace an Anivia, and Anivia is kind of uncomfortable at that point. So I think that pick worked out, even though Pivot Nutter didn't have fantastic score line. It was there, and the pick worked when it mattered. So
Agreed.
Well, before we cut to break, we're going to go through a couple more of our partners. I want to give a shout out to Advanced GG. They are the second largest gaming supplement brand in NA. They're renowned for creating the first clinically proven esports supplement. Save 30% off on your first order with the code Chili30, and we've got the link in the description for the stream. With that said, though, we're going to cut it to a break, and we'll be back in just a few moments to get you the next round of games.
My name is Rochelle Richards, and I'm the owner of Simplicity with my husband, and we've been doing this for about 5 years, and we love it. Commercial products are good and everything, but I found that I had a lot of allergies to things. That's how I got started doing this, and I got tired of being sick all the time and breaking out in rashes and having headaches, and so I just kind of got fed up with it because I couldn't find anything on the market. So I started creating my own products, and it was such a huge instant difference. I wanted to dedicate ourselves to keeping everything as close to nature as possible. So there's no artificial colors, there's no artificial fragrances, all sustainable ingredients, no microwave processes. Everything is gluten-free. All of our soaps are vegan. And we wanted to keep it as clean as possible. And I think that's how we're a little bit different, and it feels different on the skin because of that. We also wanted to keep it at a price point that wasn't exorbitant for most people. We like to make sure that each customer has their needs met, not just on like the products that they receive. We want to make sure that it's a personal experience for them as best we can. That's important to us, and when people come into the store, we kind of tour the store for them. We want to make sure that they know that how our products are different, and we want to be able to cater the experience to them. I want our customers to know that they have.
All right, what's up, guys? We're back. It's Velleka with me. We're gonna be casting this Team Forest versus Rock, and looks like we're already underway with the picks and bans.
I'm excited. How did last game go? How was it?
Basically, the one team was winning. Akuma was winning early on, but Granola Diff had a Jax that snowballed his lead out of control, and he basically was just unkillable as Jax becomes. And they just couldn't do anything about it.
Oh no. Okay, I have to say, when I queue up, permaban Jax, honestly. He just gets too fed. Late game, I can't do it. Jax is just
I hate the champion, to be honest.
I mean, I think if you fight him early game and you have an advantage, it's GG's. But if he gets fed and goes late game, no more. I can't.
Yeah, he got first blood last game at level 3.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, you know from there that would be a tough game.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, this is not what you want to see whatsoever.
Alright, let's see. What bans do we have here for Team Forest?
Zillion, Katarina, Yone, and Aatrox so far.
Okay,
I
like that.
Interesting bans. I don't even see those bans all that much. I mean, the Yone's very strong right now. I don't know why Zillion's banned. Aatrox is pretty strong. Katarina's good in solo queue, but they must. Oh, okay, they have Drew Dozer. He's like a super cat main, so that's a target ban.
Yeah, Katarina, honestly, oh no, I can't do it. She does really good true damage too.
Yeah, she's just generally not that good in organized play, but like I said, they have like a one trick on their team who plays cat, so that's a target ban for him.
Yeah, that was smart on their end then. Seraphine ban, I can get behind that, totally.
Yeah, she's very strong right now. Whether she's
Zoe's used a lot in high elo, isn't she?
Zoe, I don't know. I see her every now and then. I mean, I'm not really sure why they banned her. I don't feel like she's played all that much right now, but I could be wrong. I haven't kept up with the pro scene that much lately.
Okay, let's see. Kinda cool. Lulu's a great support. I know she's really good low elo and high elo. She's picked a lot. I think she's one of the best supports in game right now.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of an interesting pick because I don't see why they really picked her, but they picked her early on, so I don't know if their support's just really comfortable on Lulu or what, because generally I see Lulu as like a really good peel champion to like get people away from your carry, and like I don't see anyone on their team that they really need to try to get away from their carry, to be honest. I mean, Sion can charge in, but it's not like an assassin or anything.
Right. That's gonna be an interesting game. I can't wait to see it. See how it all goes down. They have Lux and Sona on Forest too. A lot of mages.
Yeah, they have good pick potential on Team Forest between the Lux and Sona. If Lux lands a Q, that should be a dead player for sure. Between Lux and then the Sona, the Jinx can R, and then Karthus can also R to finish it.
Right. Lulu Alistar. Okay. Is it gonna be a Lulu mid game? Alistar support?
Yeah, I would say so. That's got to be Lulu mid.
Wow,
I mean, it could
okay.
be. Yeah, it's looking probably like Maokai top, Alistar support, Lulu mid.
Interesting. This is gonna be a fun game. I have played a game before with an Alistar mid, and it worked out really well for us, so we'll see how this
Alistair
one
mid.
goes. Yeah.
Did he build AP?
He did not actually.
So he
Forgot what
just
he
went tank
went.
mid lane.
Pretty sure he just went full tank mid lane, and it worked out for us. So
That's very interesting.
not sure how, but had luck on our side.
Okay, well, I don't
Alright.
think we're gonna be seeing that. If we did, that just blows my mind.
Yeah, probably not. Karthus jungle. So Karthus jungle, does he? Are we expecting any early ganks, or just waiting on Karthus to just farm up and then gank later on?
Well, I would say the opposite is probably true. Karthus is probably going to get invaded by Kindred because Kindred is insanely strong early on and Karthus is not. So I would say you're going to see this Kindred invading and trying to punish this Karthus at the very start of the game.
Right. That would make
And
sense.
if she can get a lead in the jungle, she'll just run away with the game because Kindred's very, very strong right now.
She is. She's a great jungler. Scorchin, Alistar. Okay, those are some interesting team picks. I'm not gonna lie. Scion too. I haven't seen Scion in a minute, so.
What
see
I
how this one
see,
goes.
what I see from Rock's team here is Kindred's going to be looking for a lead early on, and then Lulu being mid, as she most likely is just going to help Kindred to run around and basically just take over the map.
Right. Well, this is gonna be hell for Team Forest, but hopefully they can pull something.
I mean, if Lux can clear the waves, then it's not a big deal, but she's not going to have that wave clear that she needs until later, in my
Right.
opinion. I think they have to be really careful about this Kindred.
Yeah, this is gonna be. I don't know, man. I just can't wait to get in and watch the games and see how it goes down. You know.
Yeah, no, I agree for sure. It'll be a good game. I want
Scion
to.
top is gonna be crazy for towers too.
Yeah, he can actually become quite the tank too here, and Steel Caps is looking like pretty efficient boots because they have Kindred plus Misfortune, so those auto
Right.
attacks being reduced will be very advantageous for Team Forest.
Right. Ooh. Okay, well, okay, quick question. Since you play kind of higher elo, what do you think about season 11 not having duos past master?
I think it can be good for sure. It's good because duos, as you get higher up versus non-duos, can be really detrimental and kind of just ruin a game. But at the same time, it's kind of bad because people still play this game for fun and they want to play with their friends. So when you take that away, being a high elo or not, it's still, I don't know, kind of can be a bad thing, in my opinion. It can make the
Right.
game less fun.
Right. I mean, debatable. If you're gonna play for fun, you'd say maybe play norms, maybe play another game mode.
Yeah. And you can have
Um,
fun doing that, but you just don't get the same type of competitive experience. People are just going to troll around in norms more.
Right, that's true. That's true. I don't know. I think about when I think of duo high elo, I just think about how there could be a mastery and then you can start a funnel and then, all this happens, it just ruins the game for everyone. So I
Yeah.
think it's
No,
not too bad. I think I mean, I don't know. You'd imagine if you can make it that far high, then then you could make it on your own kind of thing. So
yeah,
we'll
I mean,
see. I think it's not too
I
bad.
got to get up there and I got to get the experience first before I can really comment. I want to see what the solo queue is actually like now that the duo queue is gone.
Right. It probably is completely different, but it's a lot of new things that happened season 11 too. Kind of
Hmm.
have to adapt from season 10. I know I haven't been playing that much, so can't really compare to like past seasons, but definitely yeah, it's definitely different. A lot of changes happen, but
Yeah,
you
the
know,
whole game is different. It's very hard to keep up with. Just even like I don't know, keeping up with the champions you play and the lanes you play, and then trying to learn all the items and how other champions are now played. It's a whole new game.
right,
It's a
exactly.
lot to take in.
It is a lot to take in. I know for me, like the shop, everything was different. The items also different, and like have to work on I don't know, there's new champs, new items, new everything. It was just a lot at once. But
That's what I'm
hopefully
saying.
it's all for the best. So we'll see how it goes this season.
I think it is. I think it is for the best because it keeps the game fresh.
Right. That's true. Else we'd get bored of it. That is very true.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for keeping the game fresh. It was a lot all at once, but in the end, it's good and it's gonna increase the longevity of League of Legends.
Yeah, that's true. How long have you been playing?
Since season 1.
Season 1. Wow, so you've been around.
Yeah,
Okay, all right, you've been around.
I got a lot of league experience under my belt.
Yeah, okay, I respect that. Can learn a thing or two then.
Yeah,
Ugh,
I'm willing to teach. All right, guys, I think we're going to cut to a break. We'll be back here soon. We got Team Forest versus The Rock. I'll see you then.
My name is Rochelle Richards, and I'm the owner of Simplicity with my husband, and we've been doing this for about 5 years, and we love it. Commercial products are good and everything, but I found that I had a lot of allergies to things. That's how I got started doing this, and I got tired of being sick all the time and breaking out in rashes and having headaches, and so I just kind of got fed up with it because I couldn't find anything on the market. So I started creating my own products, and it was such a huge instant difference. I wanted to dedicate ourselves to keeping everything as close to nature as possible. So there's no artificial colors, there's no artificial fragrances, all sustainable ingredients, no microwave processes. Everything is gluten-free. All of our soaps are vegan. And we wanted to keep it as clean as possible. And I think that's how we're a little bit different, and it feels different on the skin because of that. We also wanted to keep it at a price point that wasn't exorbitant for most people. We like to make sure that each customer has their needs met, not just on like the products that they receive. We want to make sure that it's a personal experience for them as best we can. That's important to us, and when people come into the store, we kind of tour the store for them. We want to make sure that they know.
All right, guys, we are back. This game is underway. Once again, we have Team Rock versus Team Forest.
All right, so we were right. It is Lulu mid. Exciting. Okay, I can't wait to see how this goes down.
Yeah, this is not picked all the time whatsoever anymore. I feel like this is like a pocket pick since Drew's cat got banned out. He's just gonna play towards the Kindred.
Yeah, I think this is what is gonna happen, and it should work out pretty well for them, but we'll see how they execute it. So.
Yeah, I mean, if the Kindred gets behind and all the eggs are in the Kindred basket, that's not good at all.
No, definitely not, especially with
Wait, I thought we were getting Karthus.
Yeah, I thought we were too. Okay, Lilia. A different pick. Different pick.
That's interesting.
Lilia is pretty insane right now. Her movement speed is just crazy.
Yeah, and she's gonna be a lot more viable in the jungle versus Kindred, in my opinion. Karthus would have got wrecked, and Lilia can actually hold her own.
Yeah, I totally agree. Okay, this is gonna be kind of a turn of events in here.
I think that's the only pick that got swapped out.
Yes, Sona into Lilia. This is gonna be pretty interesting. I'm excited for this. Okay, so the Kindred warded top side.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. They try to make sure the jungler's not going to invade.
Right, the more vision you have in their jungle, the better it is, honestly. I would say, I don't know, whatever position you play, as long as you can ward up the jungle and kind of have, you know, vision on that, you can totally out jungle. So
Yeah,
definitely vision is super
any
important.
any information on where the enemy jungler is extremely valuable. If you know where the jungler is, you can make plays, you can be more aggressive in lane, you can go for dives, etc. It opens up a lot of opportunities.
Totally agree, totally agree. So it looks like Misfortune and Maokai really pushed down the tower there. Could possibly open up for a gank.
I would say the same, except for the junglers are both pathing towards top. So you're going to see most likely a fight at this Scuttle when it spawns, considering they're both going to be up there. You might see Lilia try to gank Maokai, but I very much doubt it, because she probably knows that Kindred's also up there, and they're not going to want to take that 2v2.
Right,
Especially with Clown being as low as he is.
Yep, definitely agree. So top side right now has the advantage. Kindred is going for that Scuttle, it looks like.
Yeah, and we got an Alistar roaming mid at level 2.
Oh, alright, there you go. Fight at Scuttle.
It looks like Kindred's going to be taking it away.
Yeah, I don't think there's much Lilia can do knowing that Sion is under tower farming.
I get it now. Alistar moved up to get vision so that Kindred can take both Scuttles. That's what's going on here.
That was a smart play on them. Yeah, because that's a Kindred mark.
That's what every jungler wants right now, is both Scuttles. It's like the best way to start snowballing a game in the jungler world.
Exactly. Oh, looks like they're gonna fight for this one though, because bot lane has the advantage now on Lilia's side, so...
Yep, and they actually got that because Alistar moved out of the lane.
Okay. So... looks like this may be our first... Oh, alright, we have a flash from Lux.
Alistar flashes in, engages on Sona, Sona flashes away, and nothing's really gonna happen besides trading flashes.
Okay, that's kind of big on them though. No flash.
Well, to be honest, Team Forest blew 3 flashes already, only for the Rock's 1.
Right.
So it's definitely better for Rock, but the 3 flashes did earn them at least a Scuttle, so they didn't get double scuttled, but now they're flash pushed and they could easily die.
Oh god. This is
Kindred's already starting her counter jungling.
Yep. Starting dominance.
Kindred is like the counter jungler. That's what she always wants to do. Very aggressive, very early in the game.
Alright, bot lane is still open for a gank, but Lilia's topside again. Oh, ganking mid, it looks like.
Yeah, she's not gonna get anything here, in my opinion. Lulu's just gonna shield and run away. Kind of a waste of time.
Oh no, I think maybe they were trying to get a flash there.
Yeah, Lilia should have taken Raptors. That would have been safer. A more secure play.
Maokai is heading mid lane. I think he was just kind of warding up for their jungler.
Yeah, he was just dropping a ward.
Alright, looks like bot lane on blue side is leading now. Sion's pushing too.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if we're gonna get a dragon contest or even a fight at it whatsoever here soon. It looks like both teams don't really care about this first Cloud Drake.
Yeah, knowing that both... I mean, Lilia's recalling. She might go bot at this point. They might try to go for that dragon. If Kindred is staying topside, then they might just go for a blue team. But we'll see how they play it.
Junglers are actually like completely even in CS after she finishes these Raptors.
Yeah, waiting to see.
Okay, we got a TP mid. Lux is just gonna walk away.
Okay, I think they're gonna fight for that Kindred mark.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna fight for it.
Let's see if this goes down.
Just a 3v3.
Ooh, okay, we got a Lux ult. Alright.
Ooh, Kindred got first blood. That's really good.
Yeah, that was kind of massive.
They're actually gonna get Sion too, maybe. Hey, he's dead. That's a really
Okay.
good start for Rock.
That is pretty huge for them.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about. Kindred's already got first blood at 7 minutes.
Yeah, so imagine how that game would have gone if it was a Karthus jungle.
Yeah, he'd not be having a good time at all.
Yeah, the Lilia pick was a little better. But like you said, it looks like Lilia is also not really looking to do drag right now. Just kind of clearing camps, heading bot.
I mean, they're also at a disadvantage now, so I don't think they're going to want to do anything proactive like that unless they get a pick or Rock somehow screws up and gets out of position.
Right. Agreed.
Also, speaking of that, Team Force is still down their 3 flashes from earlier, so they're not in a good spot right now to really want to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Both junglers are on their bot side of the map. How is top doing? Top is also pretty even right now.
Yeah, top's the tank versus tank matchup. Maokai has sustain and Scion doesn't, but I don't think you're going to really see anything happen up there considering it's just tank versus tank. Although Scion's actually getting a decent lead right now. Maokai's down to less than half his mana.
Yeah, he's kind of harassing this Maokai right now.
Oh, we got a fight bottom. MF just killed Sona.
Okay.
Lilia ult hits 2
Huge
people.
play on Lilia.
Okay.
Okay.
Got
Oh,
a flash from MF.
close.
Jinx actually picks up a kill.
Okay, that was a good pick for them. And Kindred
Yeah.
is top side.
Yeah, I would say they could look for a dragon here, but they might not know that Kindred's up top, and I don't think they just really cared to greed for it. After all,
Yeah.
it's just a Cloud Drake.
Exactly, I wouldn't go for it either. I mean, Lilia was also out of mana. That was a good reset there.
Might actually see an attempted kill on Scion here, but he's got a ward and he's going to see Kindred right now. Yep. Instantly backs off. Alistair is also on the top side of the map again. Clearing out jungle vision around this scuttle. They might go for an invade here on Lilia. Oh, never
Ooh.
mind.
Lux is really low. I think if we had that Alistar engage even on the tower, they could have won that.
Okay, looks like this Kindred is about to find Lilia. Oh, okay. Did they not see each
Okay.
other? Now they do.
Stealing jungle. I like it.
Lux just finished a recall. Kindred might actually get a kill here.
Oh, flash in.
Flash for
Flash
flash.
from Lilia. That's huge.
Scion's coming down. He might hit a Q here. He's gonna hit the Q. Does he have ult? He does have ult.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. She barely gets over the wall in time. But she has Lulu ult available. They could actually kill Scion.
Yep. Looks like,
Got
yep.
him.
There you go.
There's the Lulu. Kindred.
Lulu mid pick.
You know, it's good because they have this Lulu Kindred, but even MF is also snowballing bot as well. She's 3-1.
Oh, true. She is leading. Okay, well.
I wonder if she's. It looks like she's going Gale Force. There's that weird interaction with Gale Force and MF. I don't know if they ever changed it, but she could Gale Force and then ult, and it made her ult like 2 times wider.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
It
no.
was really bad. I don't think it's intended at all. I would imagine it's fixed, but I'm not positive.
Oh,
I guess
well,
we'll
I guess
see.
we're about to find out, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so bad.
Abuse.
Okay, Alistar is heading back bot. Ooh, engage him to Sona. Lilia's in.
Yeah, he's kind of just headbutting her away. I'm sure they're just gonna walk away from this. Cloud Drake's still on the table. We got we got 4 members bot. Lulu's still mid.
Yeah, they're just kind of poking here and there, knowing that both junglers are bot side now.
Well, what we need
Oh.
to see from this Forest team is they need to be playing towards their strengths of their pick potential. They can pick people from very far away, and that's what they need to do. Their team fight's really not that great when you compare it to Rock's, but when you see that Lux has a really far range Q, Lilia can get a sleep from a really far distance, Jinx can follow up with a rocket, Sona can R, etc. That's what they need to play to. They need to somehow get vision around these objectives and then make the enemy team walk into them and then use their pick potential. Just like kind of Lilia is trying to do now.
I mean, look at that. We got a double ult,
Yep.
Lilia, Sona, a pick.
Yep.
On a
That's exactly what I was
flash.
talking about. Maokai TPs and ults. It's not really going to do anything. Actually, they might look to dive this,
Oh no.
but they don't really have that much damage. I mean, Jinx looks like she's probably going to die. Oh, they got enough. That's
Get a
what
pick on
matters.
Lilia too.
Wow.
Ooh, a triple kill. Alright, I think that is Drake.
Yeah, it
I'm
looked,
not
it looked
sure.
good at the start.
Not sure if Kindred got the mark or if Lilia got it, but Kindred now owns the jungle, so this is gonna
Oh.
be huge for them.
Yeah. What's unfortunate is Lulu's picking up all these kills.
Right.
You really don't want the kills going on a Lulu. It would be so much better on Kindred or MF.
Right, hopefully she can use that up well. Let's see, now Kindred is going for drag. Sona's gonna get vision on it, most likely.
Yeah, she's gonna try for a steal. Oh, never mind.
Alright. Have a
Ocean
reset
Dragon
Lulu.
next. It's gonna be a mountain or a fire game.
Ooh, we have top lane really pushed in too. Almost got first tower there.
Yeah, Sion
Really,
is
really close.
surprisingly like. Well, I shouldn't say surprisingly because what Maokai just TP bottom and Sion stayed top that whole time. So even though Maokai's got the kill lead, Sion just has more CS and more XP at this point. You can see he's got a level up on Maokai as well.
Right. Alistar is roaming a lot, so he's really
Yeah.
pressuring for his team.
Yeah, which is surprising because MF's not that far behind for all the time that Alistar spent away from lane. And Alistar still has a level up on Sona as well. It's kind of interesting. I actually see Alistar flanking bottom very hard right now.
This may be a good flank for them.
Yeah,
Not
they've
sure.
got a flash on. What? Oh man, he screwed up. That is just a mechanical error.
Okay, that's huge. Before I know, shut down Lulu on Lux is pretty good.
Yeah, that is huge for sure. I didn't even catch that. I just saw that she was killed. I'm not sure what happened.
I'm excited to see some team fights, engages, a triple ult from Lilia, Sona, and Lux. It's gonna be pretty dirty, but we will see how they get out of it. They do have a pretty tanky team on Rock, so
Yeah, and Kindred's gonna take first blood tower right now for herself. That's huge.
looks like
Rock's
they're going
actually mounting quite the advantage right now. Kindred's actually pretty good against Lulu as well too. If Kindred sleeps their team, Kindred can just press ult. I'm sorry, if Lilia sleeps their team, Kindred can just ult, and they won't
Right.
even die.
That is true. Could be a huge counter on Lilia.
This Kindred is just massive, even though she's not even getting the kills. She's so strong. And she has the team to support her.
Does a lot of damage. So I think you were right. They're gonna just kind of feed this Kindred and kind of work around her. Should be the
Yeah,
best pick right now.
She's so strong. Literally from the start of the game till the end. Unless she gets behind, she's just insanely strong champion.
Ooh. Good attempt on Lux with stealing that rift. Just not enough damage. Okay.
Really want to see picks come through for Team Forest, but they're just so far behind right now. It just doesn't even really matter. They can't really get into advantageous spots to make picks while they're so far behind.
Right. They just need some really good team fights. Right now they're losing in jungle too, which is really bad for Lilia.
Yeah, Lilia does scale very well though, so if she gets even a couple kills, she can become quite the force to be reckoned with. Quite the
Let's hope
deer.
so. Quite the deer. It looks like Sion is gonna get second tower.
Yeah, I would say so. Maokai's not gonna make it there in time unless Sion decides to just back off. But minions will probably take it on their own.
Yeah, this Kindred is gonna be hard to stop.
Yeah, she has two supports with her, and she also has a Maokai to peel. It's gonna be very hard to do anything about her.
I mean, if you think about it, she might be their only damage. We have Misfortune too. This is actually pretty OP. He finally has Gale Force, so we're about to see if that ult is gonna get.
Yeah, just watch how wide it is if it works. It's ridiculous. I would think they would have fixed it, but I'm not so sure.
We're about to find out. It's gonna be interesting. It looks like Lux is trying to farm bot lane, and then Forest is trying to get mid. We have Sion engage on Maokai. Bot lane following up.
Coming through from Lulu going to mid.
Huge.
And that QSS is the Lilia ult. Sion gets a double Q knockup. Lulu gets a double ult knockup. This looks to be going in Rock's favor for sure.
Yep, definitely.
They didn't lose anybody, and they just took out 3 of them. That's gonna turn into an Ocean Drake as well.
Yeah,
and they have Rip on bot tower. Sheesh.
Oh no, this is gonna be hard for them to come back, honestly.
Yeah, well, they have quite the advantage already, without a doubt.
Ooh, engage on Lux on the tower. Insane.
That's not even worth it, to be honest. They traded a shutdown for no shutdown.
True.
And they gave it to Jinx. And now Alistair's gonna die as well. I think he's gonna die. He might have his Moby boost. Hey, he's dead. That's not worth it at all.
Yeah, he
just really greedy. Okay, Sion TP flanks. He's got a really good flank on these guys, but he doesn't really have anybody there yet. Yeah, the TP is just gonna be wasted. They're gonna get nothing from it. Actually, Sion might just die to Kindred.
Yeah, Kindred is going in strong right now. They could possibly win this.
Sion ult misses the MF. He's gonna Q the Lulu. Lulu ults herself to live. Kindred also ults. Kindred's still alive.
Oh, Sion almost got a pick on Kindred right there.
Almost, but not quite enough. It's in the end, it's a 3-for-1 again in Rock's favor. And this MF is actually can't be slept on. She's now 6-3.
Alright. This is not looking good.
Yeah, I'm not seeing very many win conditions right now for Team Forest. It really looks to me like Rock has to throw pretty hard. They have to do some more of those weird dives like they just did mid a couple seconds ago. In order to throw this.
It looks like both teams are playing around Baron. Don't think they're gonna go for it quite soon, no, but... Yeah,
Rock's team can take it really, really fast between MF and Kindred if they wanted to. So if they play around Baron, they can already just force Team Forest to just walk into bad spots and potentially get picks and then turn them into an actual Baron.
Alright, which should be good for them. It looks like they're gonna maybe engage in a mid-team fight, but I don't think Forest is trying to look for one right now.
Yeah, no, Forest does not want to fight. They certainly do not want to fight. They only want to fight if Rock screws up badly.
Right. You would think they'd just wait for it. Oh.
Probably gonna not see much happen here for the next 2.5 minutes till Dragon spawns. Just gonna see a lot of vision control by Rock around Baron, trying to force the enemy into a bad position to try to make sure they're just not taking Baron. So you might see a pick come out here. MF's actually bottom. But it doesn't really matter just because Rock is so strong. But honestly, since they knew MF was bottom, if I was Team Forest, I would have probably made my team walk in and at least take Baron control, knowing it's a 5v4. Because you're not going to get many other much chances to do much in this game right now. You gotta take what you can get, and you gotta be decisive about it.
It looks like they're just trying to, like you said, just trying to keep vision all over the map and then see how they can kind of engage into a team fight, because if Rock goes into a team fight right now, they definitely win it. Unless they just get bad picks.
Yeah, I mean, they're up over 5,000 gold or almost at 5,000 gold, so they could even win 4v5s right now. It's going to be very, very hard for Force to do anything.
Looks like Rock is going for Baron, the Baron play.
Yeah, and they have no vision, so it's probably just going to go to Rock. Watch how fast it goes down. It's already at 8k. Half health, really good there. Okay, Alistar engages on Sona. That's a dead Sona. Maokai ult hits Scion. Scion looks like he's gonna die too. This will turn into a Baron.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is really bad.
Yeah, this is massive for Rock.
And yeah, just like I was talking about, they just take the Baron vision. Enemy team's forced to walk in, and they get picked, and now it turns into an actual Baron.
All they can do is just wait for Rock. Probably gonna see a Lux ult trying to steal that, but they still don't have vision on it, so.
Yeah, I mean, even if she does ult, Kindred should not be losing that to a Lux ult. Okay, now they're gonna recall, and most likely they're gonna go set up Dragon considering it spawns in 45 seconds.
Okay, so it looks like Jinx is trying to get mid tower, trying to push the waves as much as they can so they can push back their Baron buff, but
she should definitely be trying to get this tower right now. It's like the one thing they can get. And she's gonna get it. That's good. They at least get something out of it.
well, it looks like
Okay, if they catch Lilia here, that's huge.
Okay, we have a Lilia flash. She could probably get out of that.
She's way too fast.
Right,
but this does push them off a dragon, so Rock could potentially set it up and take it if they're quick enough.
Yeah, I mean, Lilia's gonna have to reset. They have vision all over her jungle too. Yeah, they definitely have advantage for drag right now. Forest can contest that.
Yeah, Forest ain't gonna contest it regardless. That's just free. They have three ranged champions, so their siege is really good. It looks like they're probably gonna send 4 mid and then Lulu bottom, or Lulu's just gonna push bottom and then she's gonna converge mid for the 5 mid push. 3 ranged champions with Baron, that tower's gonna fall very easily.
Yep.
They're actually opting to have, this is very odd, it's like 4 bottom and just Maokai mid.
Yeah, so it looks like they're just rotating on bot.
Yeah, I guess they want the inhib before the mid tower. So they're just gonna push it. Now they're gonna go back mid, and Maokai's got a wave coming. They can take that tower instantly. Oh, Alistar gets a double ult or double knockup with an MF ult. Lilia's dead. And this game's just over.
No.
Wow. Yeah, that was a quick game. They're definitely gonna end here. There's no way they don't.
Yeah, and they have their waves too. Even if they don't, they just have a huge in into their base.
And if they don't end here somehow, they're going to go mid and then also take one more tower and then recall. But I am very confident they're just going to end it right here. There's not enough time for them to spawn. It's just done. That's a GG.
Yeah,
Really well played by Rock. They got a lead and they just never conceded it except for one time mid lane. They gave a couple kills. That was like the only big mistake I saw.
Okay, that was a quick game. Like you said, they kind of just put everything on Kindred, and it was massive for them. Even though Sion kind of had a sort of a lead top lane, it wasn't enough.
Pressure, but he's just a Sion. He's not
Right.
gonna run away with the game. And they still had MF, and she was huge as well.
Wow, what a game. I still stand behind the fact that a Lilia pick was so much better than a Karthus pick.
It
So
was,
much
yeah.
better.
It was definitely better. It's unfortunate they still couldn't really do anything with it.
So it looks like the Lulu pick mid really helped them out. Alistar for engages too.
Yeah,
that was a good play from them.
That's a strategy that I really like, is having like a supportish type champion mid if your jungler is really strong.
Yeah. And then kind of work around them. That was really smart on their end for sure. And then their misfortune also got pretty fed. I mean, they had damage, they had peel, they had they were just kind of.
It was more than just Kindred in the end. Even if Kindred were to die, that MF was massive.
Oh yeah, 100%. And she had peel from both Alistar and Maokai. That was just a great I mean, they played that really well, but it was just a great team comp right
Yeah, it
there.
was. All right. Well, great game by Rock and Team Forest. That was really well played. It's unfortunate we couldn't see more fights and more of a fight from Team Forest, but well played either way. We're gonna cut it to break now, and we'll catch you guys afterwards.
My name is Roshan Richards, and I'm the owner of Simplicity. with my husband, and we've been doing this for about 5 years, and we love it. Commercial products are good and everything, but I found that I had a lot of allergies to things. That's how I got started doing this, and I got tired of being sick all the time and breaking out in rashes and having headaches, and so I just kind of got fed up with it because I couldn't find anything on the market. So I started creating my own products, and it was such a huge instant difference. I wanted to dedicate ourselves to keeping everything as close to nature as possible. So there's no artificial colors, there's no artificial fragrances, all sustainable ingredients, no microwave processes. Everything is gluten-free. All of our soaps are vegan. And we wanted to keep it as clean as possible. And I think that's how we're a little bit different, and it feels different on the skin because of that. We also wanted to keep it at a price point that wasn't exorbitant for most people. We like to make sure that each customer has their needs met, not just on like the products that they receive. We want to make sure that it's a personal experience for them as best we can. That's important to us, and when people come into the store, we kind of tour the store for them. We want to make sure that they know how our products are different, and we want to be able to cater the experience to them. I want my customers to know that they have a choice and that they don't have to compromise on quality. You can have bath and body products that look good, they feel good, they smell good, and they are good for your body, and you don't have to pay a crazy amount of money to have them.
My name is Jaden Lin. I'm an employee at Simplicity. I've been working here for about 5 years, or since the company started. I've had a lot of allergies, or actually psoriasis, and a lot of other things that have happened to me, but I found that the all-natural products have really helped me, and that's why I enjoy working here. One of my favorite products is called Rejuvenate, which actually always helps me after all my football games. When I was in high school, I'd come back and I'd be all beaten up and sore, and it always helped me recover.
We looked long and hard for a place where we could make everything here on site. So we make everything by hand and in small batches so we can control the quality. Like some days people can come in and watch us making bath bombs, which is fun. The rest of the process takes place back behind. We're located at 93 South Main Street in Pleasant Grove, and we're also online at simplicity.com. My name is Rochelle Richards, and I'm the owner of Simplicity with my husband, and we've been doing this for about 5 years. I love it.
All right, guys, we are back. It's time for another game of League of Legends. This time, We got Chili Mountain versus Granola Diff.
Nice. Okay, so I don't know what kind of picks we're gonna see on this game, but hopefully not too many mages. Trying to see some fighting, but we will see.
Well, Granola Diff just had the Jacks that went crazy like 2 games ago before you were here.
Ooh, I'd like to
So,
see that. I want to
so
see
I'm,
some Jax plays.
I'm kind of expecting maybe Chili Mountain to ban out the Jacks.
Okay.
But he did just start out with a first blood, so it was kind of just an unfair start.
Right. So we'll see maybe. So this is Chili Mountain's first game today, right?
To my knowledge, yes, I think so. I'm not
Okay.
positive though.
All right, so we're about to. This is gonna be interesting. I'm excited. I'm excited. Maybe if they do ban the Jacks, it would be a good move on them. But if they don't, maybe they kind of have like already target bans for Granola Diff. Same goes with Granola Diff for Chili Mountain. So I am excited to see those bans. What were your thoughts on last game and just how it all went down?
Well, I got thoughts on it, but first I want to let everybody know about one of our sponsors. We got Abcon Core, and they are a creator of PC components, and one of their awesome products is actually a headset. Their CH60 is one of the best quality true 7.1 channel gaming headsets out there for its price on the market, and it's also part of the prize pool for this weekend's Challenger Cup 2. I also wanted to let you guys know that after this match, the winners of the awards of 10 free samples from Advanced GG and the $120 gift card to their online store is going to be announced. So that's very exciting. Good luck, people.
Okay, so last game. Thoughts? Fill me in.
I don't know Chili Mountain all that well. All I know from Granola Diff is that they had the Jax Diff. So
Okay.
I'm kind of interested to see what goes on here.
Jax
I don't
Diff.
I don't know much about these teams. I know Doubtful is a jungler. I'm pretty positive I've played with him before.
Okay.
Uh, I would like to look them up though to see what kind of people they're going to be looking for here.
Yeah, this is gonna be. I don't know. This is gonna be. I obviously don't know what kind of picks they're gonna get, so I'm trying to, kind of see in my mind what kind of matchups we're gonna get here. Um, I'm honestly 99% sure there's gonna be a Seraphine ban, because she's banned a lot, and she's pretty broken right now, so it makes sense. I don't know
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Lilia ban.
she's been pick banned pretty much every game, even of this series so far. She's very strong. And when she first came out, just like when every champion comes out, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, they're not very good. And then you know what? You give them like a week or two, and bam, they're OP and picked every single game. So
Right. Her
I
range
feel
is
that
just insane,
it
insane.
is
Her range is
insane.
crazy. Everything about her is just kind of broken. So I would expect to see a Seraphine ban, but if not, we'll see. We'll see if she's picked at all. So it
I
looks like
see.
we have a Yasuo and Yone ban. Okay.
Yeah, they're banning out the spectator. Feels bad, man.
They know. Down to
They
you.
they know.
A
And actually,
Lulu
we see a
ban.
Lulu ban. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we always saw Lulu last game and how she was really helpful in the team fights and everything like that. Her ult just, once one person is fed, if you just kind of like work on them with Lulu, it's just,
It's
huge
very,
help.
very
So,
strong.
mm-hmm. Philios
Yeah.
ban. Is Philios even good now?
He, people say he's good, and I've seen him do well, but at the same time, I've also seen him do bad.
Right. I don't. Ooh, look at that. Seraphine ban.
Yeah, you
Called
called
it.
it.
Called it. That's pretty smart, honestly. Pretty smart. Camille also. So it looks like I'm not sure if they're targeting because a Camille ban and an Aphelios ban is kind of. I mean, I don't want to say unheard of, but they kind of look like target bans.
Yeah, I would agree for Phelios. I mean, Yasuo is obviously a target ban. Nobody normally bans Yasuo unless, sorry to say it, but they're low elo and they think that he's OP. He never gets banned in tournaments or in pro play like at all, and he's barely ever even picked for that matter. So that's
Right.
obviously a target ban. The Camille is generally a pretty good pick. You see her a lot. She can take off at the game. She's not bad in lane. Very strong split pusher, just like the Jax, which actually Jax hasn't been banned, so I'm kind of wondering if we're going to see that again.
Okay, it looks like we have Gragas and Ivern. Ivern has picked a lot. Ivern has picked a
Yeah.
lot.
I can't remember if Granola just played Ivern like a couple games ago or not. I feel like they did, but I also feel like they might have just played against it, so I'm not sure. Ivern is definitely pretty strong. He's kind of like the Lulu mid, but instead he's the support jungler this time.
Right, exactly. Exactly. So wouldn't it be kind of easier to out jungle an Ivern? Kind of show dominance over Ivern?
Yeah. I mean, to a degree, you definitely can, but Ivern's generally pretty quick since he can just like press smite on any camp and just kill it. He has a movement speed buff. He has a shield. He can also root people to try to run away, but he ain't running away from an Olaf, that's for sure.
Oh, Olaf right now is broken. That
Yeah.
was a crazy pick. So
He's not
Olaf
getting away from Olaf.
Gragas. That already looks nasty.
I'm not even sure why they picked Gragas. I think it was just a flex pick, to be honest, because there was no one they picked Gragas specifically for. They're definitely just flexing it because they didn't want to get countered.
Right. Gragas is a pretty good champ, honestly. Playing against him is pretty torture, not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's also really good for team fights. He can knock away key players that if people don't want in the fight, or he can disengage. He can also engage with his ult. He can be used in a lot of different ways.
Okay, so Olaf versus Ivern. Ugh. I don't know. I'm kind of gonna be leaning towards Olaf on this one, but we could see what Ivern goes.
Once he's 6, he can just run Ivern down, but before then, it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Yeah, Syndra pick mid. Don't know who they're gonna pick to counter. They have an Akali ban too. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like that's a counter ban as well. Well, not a counter, but a target ban.
And
A lot
Aurelia.
of target bans coming in.
Okay. Syndra's a pretty good mid laner right now. She has pretty good control. I would say maybe a better pick than Lux from last game, but I'm not sure how this is gonna work out.
She
for
certainly
them.
does more damage than Lux, but she's a little worse at providing picks for her team.
And Gangplank.
Gangplank is a scaling powerhouse. That must be what their top laner plays, because he played Jax the last time and now he's playing Gangplank. Jax and Gangplank are pretty similar. While being different champions, the way they progress through the game is very similar. They start off slow and then they become insanely strong as the game goes on.
So I'm expecting maybe an engaged support on Chili Mountain, but not sure what they're gonna pick on that.
Gragas could be support. Remember, he's flex pick.
Gragas could be support, you're right.
He was played mid by another team earlier, but it was not Chili Mountain.
Ooh, Alistar pick. That's a great team comp right there. Already
Okay,
scares me while playing against it.
This is most likely Echo mid, Gragas top, Olaf jungle.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good for them so far in the team composition here. Gangplank, Syndra, Kaisa, Ivern. Not sure who their last pick could be. Not sure who it could be.
Yeah, they should be
Jenna.
picking their support here.
Interesting.
I
Okay, Jenna's
like
pretty
Jenna.
good. Oh, you go for it.
Yeah, I like her because of Echo. He's gonna try to jump in and assassinate the carries, and she'll just knock him up and ult him away.
Yeah, she's pretty good for disengaging for sure. So that actually really works out for them. She could also disengage the Alistar. It's just all about timing, honestly. Tornadoes, her ulti too. So.
But we know Olaf's just gonna be walking right through those NATOs. He does not care.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess what they have to do here is just make sure that Olaf doesn't get fed and kind of pressure his jungle, but I don't know how they're gonna make it work.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it seems like most Iverans, even just from watching this tournament, they seem to like to take their one buff and then immediately go take the enemy's other buff because they can do it so fast. They basically they don't even really take their first one, they just get it ready to be taken, and then they go steal the other one away, then they go back and get their buff, and then it causes the junglers to vertical jungle.
Right, right, right.
And then because they did that, both teams know generally where the jungler is gonna be, so it kind of provides this really game pressure just because Ivern did that.
Yeah, and just like we talked about, that kind of like out jungling aspect when you have the vision in the jungle and all that stuff. So it would be kind of smart on their end for sure. Okay, this is gonna be. I'm honestly looking forward to those Jenna disengage. I'm not gonna lie, because that could be big for their team. Especially with the. I mean, I don't know how she could do so much with the Gragas and Zaya, but Echo, like you said, maybe Alistar, Olaf if he doesn't have ulti. I don't know. This is gonna be. I'm excited for this one too.
Yeah, Granola Diff has really good disengage. Cast off an ult away. Syndra can push people away. Gangplank's
Hmm.
insanely fast. He can slow them. Janet can ult. Janet can Q. Ivern can also snare. Ivern can pull out Daisy and he can knock people up. There's a lot of disengage from Granola. I think they can push back the Chili Mountain squad and then potentially just kill Olaf when he inevitably tries to run them down. If they can kill Olaf fast enough, they can move on to the rest of Chili Mountain's team and it's a wipe.
Yeah, hopefully that's how it goes. If not, then I think Olaf is just gonna take this. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty good right now.
We shall see.
We shall see.
Olaf's is
Uh,
definitely no fun to play against in solo queue whatsoever. That champion lands one axe on you and you're pretty much dead.
oh yeah, and then he can take drags like it's nobody's business too. I don't
1v3 like
know.
nobody's business, 1v4.
Yeah, that was a pretty flex pick too after the Gragas. Pretty scary. But we'll see how this game turns out.
I really don't know what even counters Olaf, to be honest.
Um, I'm not sure. A full team with Ignite. That's what I would go for. A full team with all Ignite. There you go. Counters Olaf.
Apparently, J4 counters him a little bit.
Okay, I could see why.
Oh yeah, because he can ult him and just keep him inside of the circle, so that makes sense. I
Yeah, I
get it.
don't. There's not much that could kind of counter his ult, right?
Anivia.
Shit, thing of these things. Anivia.
Anivia can wall him off.
True. True, true, true. Maybe Anivia would have been a good pick mid lane right there instead of Syndra.
Could be,
But
but he might not have any experience on it, so in that case, it's not smart. It's better to play something that you're good with, that you're
right, more like
confident with.
a comfortable pick. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. Well, this should be fun. Let's see. I mean, they have an Echo as I don't know. I'm kind of anticipating Echo to be fed too, for some
Why is that?
reason. I'm not sure. I'm just honestly feeling. I don't know if Zaya gets fed, it's GG's too, but I mean if anybody gets fed, it's GG's, but I think I don't know. If Echo gets fed, be kind of and he kind of has an advantage on Syndra unless she can really land all those abilities and kind of like keep him off. I don't know. I see Echo winning that lane. I could be wrong though.
He actually generally does do good against Syndra, supposedly. That's what people have told me. Because she can knock him back and then he can just R back on top of her.
Right. Yeah, so that might be a little bit of a tough lane for Syndra, but
I don't
who
think it's
knows?
really a super counter, to be honest. It's just that Echo does like decent into it. I don't think Syndra really gets just hard
Right.
countered by any means.
Okay, so Gragas into Gangplank. What do you think?
Um, well, Gangplank definitely outscales. Hopefully Gragas and Olaf can try to make plays on Gangplank early because that's the one point in the game when you really need to kind of like stomp GP per se.
Mm-hmm.
And Gragas and Olaf are both generally pretty tanky. So if Gragas manages his wave correctly, potentially stacks up like 3 waves, they can go for a really easy dive. And even if Ivern comes up, you're just dealing with basically 2 squishy champions versus an Olaf and Gragas. So they could
Right.
really dive that.
Yeah. Okay, well, like you said, they have a lot of disengage on their team, and I think they're gonna try and use that. So maybe kind of bait Chilling Mountain into, going first and then disengage and then coming back at them, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that one turns out, but that's kind
Granola
of what I'm
Diff's late game
expecting.
is, in my opinion, much better than Chili Mountains. I think the early game for Granola Diff's not going to be very good. It's going to be pretty hard for them. It's going to be their worst point in the game. But if they can get to mid and then start getting to late game, you'll see it get much easier for them as the game goes on. Because Syndra is a monster late game. Echo is too, but Syndra can pump out a lot more damage, and she's better for a team fight. Kaisa late game is also crazy. I think she might be a little stronger than Xayah. They're both very strong, but when you just look at the amount of scaling champions like Kaisa, Syndra, and Gangplank, when you try to compare Gangplank and Gragas, there's just no comparison, really. Gangplank will out-damage a Gragas any day.
Does Olaf fall off at all?
Olaf, yeah, I mean, his early mid is pretty ridiculous.
Okay. So it could go either way, honestly. It could go either way. This is gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I want to see Granola Diff playing kind of safe early on. I don't if they get behind, that's when it become a real issue because Olaf's just gonna get tanky and just dive whatever tower he wants whenever he wants.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when you look at Granola's team, they're really squishy. There's all squishy champions. There's no real tank there.
Yep, that's true. Not a lot of peel. They can get it from Gangplank, maybe. Daisy, who knows? It's gonna be, yeah. I'm looking forward to this, definitely.
All right, guys, we're cutting to a break. We'll be back. Chili Mountain versus Granola Diff. Let's get it. See you then. And we are back. This game is started.
Alright, let's see how this rolled down. We did call out the last game and the whole Kindred kind of getting fed, so we'll see if we're right about the defensive play on the red team, and then maybe eventually coming back.
Yeah, I'm just really worried about how squishy this Granola Diff team is. At first I didn't notice it, but now the more I look at it, it just seems like even just going for dragons, if they're not ahead, they're just gonna get ran over, literally.
Yeah, hopefully they can get. I'm not sure, honestly. Just kind of like maybe picks, maybe just get a pick off.
They
early.
have good disengage, and they just need to use that like perfectly. If they can use their disengage well, then this freight train of a team shouldn't really matter. But it really requires them playing very well, in my opinion. I think Chili Mountain doesn't have to play as well in order to beat this team.
Right, absolutely. We'll see how this turns out. Bot lane, I'm expecting Xayah and Alistar to just kind of go in first. So
Looks to be a 5-point start again for the most part. None of these games anyone's wanted to invade. All playing is relatively safe.
Yeah. Looks like same thing again. They have this Ivern warded his jungle up top. Just to make sure.
And he's actually not going to be going for the red buff steal, it looks like. He's actually just going to jungle normally.
We'll see. Okay, starting with both Gragas and Gangplank were in river. Just trying to poking at each other.
Yeah, I don't know how this Gragas GP lane goes, because I don't play either champion, I've just played against them. I know playing Yasuo versus GP, it can be really rough because GP just takes grasp and Qs over and over and over. But Gragas has sustain and Yasuo doesn't, and I think you're seeing that come through right now. And obviously Gragas has more range than Yasuo, so it makes it a lot easier for him.
Ivern is also warding the enemy jungle's team. I mean, jungle, sorry. So, you know, kind of getting that vision on Olaf's camps to see where he's at and keeping track, which is pretty smart.
Yeah, it's really good. That'll keep their bot lane safe.
Alright, it looks like Kaisa and Jenna also really kind of pushed in under that tower. The bot lane for blue team is kind of staying back, maybe waiting for a gank.
Yeah, Ivern is expecting Olaf to gank this, so he's ready for the counter gank. They're just gonna go in though, even without him. Jenna's forced to flash away. Ivern comes in. Ooh.
It's a close one on Zaya from Ivern.
Yeah, only a heal and ignite burned on the side of Chili Mountain. While 3 summoner spells bottom were used, only Kai'Sa's flash is left. Olaf's trying to go for a gank, but Ivern's ready for the counter. Lands the axe on Kaisa.
Ooh, that was a
flash combos the Janna.
Nice. First blood, let's go. That was a pretty good engage on Alistar.
Yeah, he knew that she was flashless, so it was free.
Great pick.
Olaf's trying to invade, he's gonna find nothing. Literally nothing. It's a waste of time. I don't know what he's gonna do with this. He's probably gonna look to recall. Or he's gonna run straight to top scuttle. That's what he's doing. He's gonna try to gank Syndra on the way.
Mid without just out of mana.
He's gonna try, but she'll just walk away. And now Ivern's gonna meet him there.
Oof, yeah.
Syndra's actually though, so she's just gonna leave, it looks like.
Get away from that.
Ivern smites it away, but now they're gonna give up scuttle to Olaf. But Ivern did get bot scuttle, so he's not getting double scuttled. Gragas actually kind of low from the last time I looked.
Yeah, but he's still playing aggro, still pushing into that tower.
He's also still got 2 biscuits on him, so he's fine. Olaf, actually, this is interesting. Ivern doesn't even know. Wait, Ivern does know he's there. Never mind. There's a ward.
Yeah. They're following each other kind of around the map, which is interesting.
You might see on a kill line Ivern here. Yeah, he's dead. Wow.
That's a great follow-up.
And he blew his flash as well.
Yeah, Olaf is definitely determined to take over this map, so...
Yeah, I mean, just like I was talking about, Granola Diff's early game is the hardest part for them, and we're already seeing 2 deaths come in for them. They need to try to slow this bleed, or else it could be very detrimental.
Definitely. Could be a jungle diff.
That's the Olaf diff.
It is. Looks like Echo is resetting for now.
Yeah, mid's pretty even.
Ivern might want and try to take some of all of his camps, knowing that he's topside.
They see him, but I don't think they're gonna do anything about it because Olaf's top. And he's just gonna take it.
Much they can do. I don't think bot lane is gonna rotate there. They're also getting.
But they might try to 4-man dive bottom.
They could.
Or they go for dragon. They went for dragon.
Okay, it's an interesting gameplay for Ivern, but.
Yeah, he's actually gonna try to solo it. That's gonna take a long time. Okay, Syndra's moving to him. But bottom's getting engaged on.
Well, I'm not sure if he's gonna stay on this. Oh, he is.
Yeah, it's cleared. It's cleared and Olaf is nowhere near, so I think they're just giving it. They don't care about it.
Looks like bot lane is also rotating to it.
Yeah. They actually might get a kill here. Chili Mountain might. Enemy bot lane's low. They're gonna get the dragon, but at what cost? They might all die, and they can't deal with these early deaths. It's really not good. They don't even get a kill in return.
Pick on Ivern, pick on Kaisa.
Yeah, it's not good. That's not worth for the dragon. I mean, I can see why they want to get that away from them because it's a Mountain Drake on a tanky team. But still, like, they can't be giving these kills early game. They're just gonna get snowballed on like we were talking about.
Exactly. Maybe this would have been better off just kind of waiting it out and kind of getting those picks maybe in the mid lane and the bot lane and then kind of rotate to dragon.
Yeah.
But we'll see what they do with it.
It wasn't bad except for Granola Diff spot lane was down to like a quarter HP, and it took them way too long to do the dragon, and Olaf was like nowhere near it. I think they should just not have even tried it. After they realized it was taking too long, they should have just backed off and did something else. It was too risky.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we'll see how it goes from here.
Yeah, I mean, they still have a good comp. They can still disengage quite well if they play it right. I'm just worried that this freight train is just going to run over them.
Yeah, we'll see. Ivan is still kind of trying to do his camps, but I know Olaf is just kind of taking over, you know? Now he's level 6. I don't know. This is going to be a rough game for Ivan.
His ult counters the enemy team really hard.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Kind of makes their disengage useless, you know?
Exactly. That's why I was saying before the game started, if team fights break out and Olaf runs through, I want to see them basically push everybody back and then just kill the Olaf as fast as they can and then finish off the rest of their team. That's like their best course of action. Granted, the Olaf could just back off if that's the case, so if he's smart enough, that might not even go through.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Alistar's trying to clear vision over here for the mid lane. Trying to make a roam. Zayas kind of pushed on the tower, but nothing too crazy.
Olaf's gonna take top Krugs. They could maybe look to dive this GP, but he's full HP and he's got a level on Olaf. I don't think it'd be smart. I think it'd be way too hard and too forced of a dive.
Yeah, I just think right now Olaf is power farming, kind of trying to take over the map, which is really smart on his end. Going up against Nivern.
There might be a play happening, but it looks like Chili Mountain knows that Ivern's probably there. Yeah, they're just sitting back. This is smart. They know they're Olaf's top side, so they know that enemy jungler's most likely looking for a play bot, and they're pushed up, so they're in a bad spot. And now they're going to check the bush. They find the Ivern, and they're both going to back off.
Nice.
And this whole time, Olaf's taking Rift. He could actually take that Rift and try to get a first blood tower with it, but there's no tower that's low enough on plates yet to do that with.
Well, they could hard pressure top because top has been pushing the whole time, and I think maybe if they gang up on Gangplank, they could probably get that pick on first tower top, but not sure how this is gonna go down.
They could, but I think their best course of action is just to keep playing it slow like they are. Everything's going in their favor right now. They don't need to go for anything crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah,
so it steals the red. They need to secure Chili Mountain's red now, but I don't think there's any chance Ivern even gets to that red.
Yeah, I think Ivern is just trying to, you know, get whatever he can get and maybe get some ganks, get some picks of that, but I don't know. Oh. Echo's getting rid of the camp before Ivern can get to it. It's kind of smart.
Yeah, that's good, for sure. Gangplank is the player that played Jax before you got on. He's the one that basically carried their game, so kind of looking at him to carry this for them.
I mean, he's playing as far back as he can, knowing that maybe he's not gonna win this against Gragas right now. That Olaf has been around a lot, but
the short term doesn't matter. He's gonna outscale the Gragas. He can be down some CS right now, and he's still in a good spot because CS means a lot more on him than it does on Gragas.
I mean, Gangplank getting the advantage would really help his team.
And he will as the time goes on. He just needs time to scale.
Okay, it looks like red team is resetting, and then Jag is gonna come up. So let's see how they play this one out. Gonna clear vision. Maybe get on this drag.
Yeah, they're gonna be taking this dragon here. I think they're just gonna get it before Granola can even get there.
Taking it or beating it. Yeah, they are going for it. And then Ivern is heading topside, so they have the drag secured. Yeah, absolutely.
And it is going to be a fire drake game.
Alright.
If Granola can get some fire drakes, with their team scaling like they do, that Olaf could just start one-shotting people. Not Olaf, I mean Gangplank could start one-shotting people. As well as Syndra. But I don't know how they're going to get those dragons where they're at right now. So they're going to have to make something happen within the next 5 minutes. Or at least something happen right before dragon spawns.
Ivan is definitely getting set back right now in the jungle. Olaf is just trying to clear everything, and Ivan can't really contest much.
Okay, we got Rift planted mid. We're just going to be getting some plates off of this. No first blood tower. Get a couple plates, and then he's gonna back off. I would have rather seen. Oh wait, we got a fight maybe breaking out. Nope, he's gonna back off. I would rather have seen that Rift use top and a dive onto the GP, and then Gragas and Olaf can just run around and dive people together with the top
Right,
tower
that's
being
honestly what I was expecting, and then, you know, how you mentioned that Gangplank could also maybe get ahead. It would just kind of really back even more, so that would have been kind of good for Chilling Mountain, but
yeah.
I guess they probably had a vision for mid lane here.
You don't want Gragas just laning against GP forever. That's just a loss. GP's just gonna get way stronger. And that Rift still had time left on it, so I'm not really sure why he decided to use that Rift there. And top's down to 2 plates, so if he used Rift top, he actually would have gotten the tower for sure. So it's a pretty interesting play. I'm not sure about that Rift. I want to know like what he was thinking, why he decided to do that.
Right. How's Echo doing against? Okay. I figured maybe if Echo is behind on Syndra, then it could have, you know, trying to help the mid lane, but not even. I think Echo has kind of an edge here. They're kind of like head to head on CS, and then and Echo has a kill over Syndra. So yeah, I'm honestly not sure why that riff was placed mid.
Well, he's got an XP lead as well. He's got a 1 level advantage on the Syndra. And Echo scales pretty well, so nothing happening really too much mid lane. Echo, if he gets a little bit stronger right now, he could potentially look to start roaming. His Q will pretty much one-shot a wave right now, and that enables him to just run around the map and make plays. So I'd like to see him do that, but Syndra can clear a wave insanely fast as well, if not faster than Echo for like pretty much the whole game, so I could just be wrong there. But Echo's roaming is much stronger than Syndra's.
Yeah, I agree. Looks like everybody rotated, except for maybe Syndra's kind of waiting, trying to.
I think
vision.
this lane swap is because they did not want Gragas to take that tower, so instead they make him go bottom. Or actually, he's gonna get bot anyways. It doesn't even matter. I'm not sure why they swapped. It must have just been more efficient, CS-wise, from where they were positioned at.
Oh, there might be a team fight here around red on Ivern. Oh.
I think Granoladiff's gonna give it away. Oh.
Flash on
okay, preemptive
Ivern.
flash, that's good. Because, yeah, this is really what I was talking about. Chilling Mountain's kind of just running away with this game right now.
Getting that lead, first in the jungle and then kind of like all around the map. So, yeah, red team is gonna need some crazy damage to kind of come back from this.
Yeah, I'm still looking at GP because he's really the guy that's going to carry them more than anybody else. He's the guy that's got the range, he's got the AoE damage like Syndra does too, but GP hits a good barrel and like all of their carries are going down to half HP. So I'm still got my eyes on GP to be winning this game for Granola if it happens.
Yeah, I think that's I think GP is just going to be their win condition at this point. We have some time, a little bit of time before the next Drake. The next drag, I don't know. I'm not sure they're gonna get a team fight on that, or if they're gonna try to get a pick before.
How much time we got on it? 18 seconds? And it looks like it's going to Chilly Mountain. They're recalling as it's spawning. Yeah, that means they're trying to scale. They're willing to give this dragon to give themselves more time to scale. I like it, but it also sucks at the same time because this lead is just getting pretty big.
Yeah, I see GP is like just kind of AFK farming at this point, which is which is smart. I don't think they would have gotten that Dragon if they would have fought for it. So.
Nah, they most likely wouldn't. I like them giving it away, but at the same time, it's gonna hurt.
Right.
Echo's now actually got an 11 CS lead on Syndra. Gragas and GP's leads are getting more equal as time goes on. GP's only like 25 CS behind now. So he's catching up really fast, and honestly, I bet you GP's already stronger than Gragas for the most part, besides the 2-tower diff.
I just want to see if it'll be enough against the Olaf. That would be an interesting fight to see.
Well, GP doesn't even have a mythic item yet. He's still working on it. And I'm not sure what he's going for. I don't really know what GP's build anymore. It looks like he's going for Immortal. And I guess that's smart, because the enemy team has so many tanky people that are trying to run him down. He needs to be able to survive. Yeah, you can see Echo's Q is just one-shotting a wave now. That's going to make it even harder for Granola to even leave their towers, because all their lanes are just constantly pushed in. Except for GP. He's starting to get a lead. This next dragon is going to be pretty telling. I think Granola will fight for it.
Yeah, I think they kind of, like you said, kind of got some time to farm up, you know, to kind of come back, but I don't think they can give that next drag.
No, I wouldn't. You don't want to let the enemy team be on soul point, because then you got to risk 50-15 the soul, and you never want to do that.
I think they would be way too behind. I think right here they're trying to maybe get a pick in Ivan's jungle. Not sure if they will. They're kind of like poking them, honestly.
Yeah, they're just pressuring. They're just strangling where they can be positioned at. The more vision they take away, the more easy it is to deduce where the enemy team's going to be positioned. And
Yeah,
now they
they're
took the first 3 towers.
Definitely letting Chilling Mountain kind of like push them back, but trying to see, you know, what they have in store to like come back from this.
Well, if Chilling Mountain screws up one time, that'll be huge. Because this enemy team, or not enemy team, but Granola diff scales very hard, so if they can manage to get a couple kills, it's going to mean quite a lot. Still watching this GP intently.
Yeah, I went over there too. I'm just trying to see them 1v1 and just see who's winning, looks like it's kind of the same right now.
Yeah, Gragas is just sustaining right now. Problem is, Chilling Mountain is just taking tower after tower after tower. Before we know it, Granola Diff's going to be inside their base, and then it's going to be hard for them to contest anything. So even though they scale so hard, if a Chilling Mountain is just taking every dragon, every baron, it's not going to matter how hard they scale.
Yeah.
You can make up for the scaling difference in objectives. So I think they're kind of letting themselves get pushed back too much, to be honest. I think they need to start fighting for something.
Yeah, coming back. I think Kaisa needs to get a little bit.
GP might get a solo kill right now. He can chase Gragas for a long time. Okay, he stopped. But you can see he's starting to win that lane.
Right, he's definitely coming back. Yeah, this top lane is really gonna help his team if, you know, they can hold it and maybe not just get too pushed back.
And the good thing is they're actually on red side and they have a lot of pokes, so if Chilling Mountain goes for Baron, Syndra and Kaisa and even GP can potentially just poke them over the wall over and over until they get off a Baron.
Yeah, I'm still, you know, still waiting to see what Granola is gonna come up with here, because we already know from the beginning that you know, Chilling Mountain kind of has a lead with the peel that they have, you know, the Olaf, the damage, overall they have a pretty good team comp, and then I'm just waiting to see, you know, what was behind the whole Janna pick and kind of like we said, disengage kind of picks on Granola. So I'm just
we haven't seen any fights yet. We haven't seen anything really. We've just seen a lot of them conceding everything while they try to scale.
Exactly.
But this next dragon's spawning here in 30 seconds, so I really expect them to fight this. But they kind of look like they're just giving up vision already, so I'm thinking they might not even fight this one either. They're not positioned for it at all. Syndra's going top, granted she has TP, but they have no vision around dragon. They're giving it, it's gone.
Yeah,
will
they
not
don't
contest
have
it.
anything at all.
They're not gonna fight till the soul point.
Are they gonna
Till
try
Soul.
maybe to give Soul for Barry? I have no idea, honestly. I'm just trying to see what they could come up with at this point, because they're just kind of letting Chili Mountain run it, you know.
Yeah, run the game. They're letting them run the show. They're letting them do everything. That's why I thought they should fight that.
Okay, they didn't go for that Baron, but they have the whole Baron side warded up, so maybe they're gonna try and contest that to see when they, I don't know, when they have vision on Chili Mountain, kind of going for it. But yeah, this is interesting. Gangplank is still farming up.
Yeah, they've conceded a lot to let their team scale, so I'm really hoping we can get like an explosive team fight, and hopefully Granola can just like run away with it, win it. If they win the team fight, they can get themselves a Baron. And if they win one fight, I think the next fight will be that much easier because of how hard they scale. But they are going up against already a team that has 2 Fire Drakes and an Ocean.
Yeah, this is gonna be a little rough for them.
Don't forget that 8,000 gold difference.
True, that is true. That's pretty huge.
Yeah, it's massive.
Okay, Kaisa's going in right now on Echo. Syndra's following up.
Exhaust him.
Couldn't get that.
Echo's just gonna walk away. Oh, he actually ults back and kills Kaisa.
Oh
But he's
no.
gonna die as well. 1 for 1. Ivern actually gets a shutdown. It's actually better. It's better for Granola because they get a shutdown.
Oh, we have
But-
Chili on Baron.
Baron's gone.
Wow.
So that was really smart of Chile. They saw them going for Echo, and instead of trying to help him, they just immediately took Baron. It's really smart.
Wow, that's gonna be a massive step back for Granola.
Yeah. Now
This
they're
is-
almost at a 10k gold diff.
Not looking good for them at all.
Yeah. Like I said, I think they gave way too much. Now when they try to fight this soul, they'll just get crushed. I mean,
Absolutely.
Chili Mountain's just gonna get Fire Soul, and it's gonna be absolutely way too much of a lead for them to come back from.
I think this Kaisa was kind of just waiting to, you know, get her items, kind of get the lead, but it didn't really work out on that Echo. I'm not sure what's gonna happen next, honestly.
Well, if it were me, I would want my team to use this Baron to get another tower, and that bot tower is the last tier 2 that's standing. Oh, we got an engagement from Alistair. This looks to be possibly a dead Janna. She's just gonna disengage. But Olaf's coming in. GP's kind of out of position. Olaf's going crazy. We got a TP coming in from Syndra. Now we got the re-engage coming back. Hopefully Granola can get something here. Olaf re-engages, takes out the Ivern, but dies in the process. In the end, it's a 1 for 2. It's still not good for Granola.
I'm not sure Granola's focusing on kills a lot right now, and their base is just getting run down
Yeah.
by Baron buffs.
Yep,
This
you got
is
3
really
people
not
top.
good
They're
for them.
gonna lose inhib here. And when you look at it from a macro perspective, they're gonna use this double inhib because they're probably gonna get mid 2. Even if they just get top, they can use this mid inhib pressure to take the next dragon, which is Soul.
Absolutely.
Looks like they'll actually be able to defend this mid inhib, but they're gonna lose bot tower. And well, actually, they might not. It's just Alistair there. They'll keep it up. Kragus actually went full tank.
And what's interesting is Chili Mountain looks like they're splitting a lot more than Granola is. Granola is kind of like moving as a team, as 5, all across the map. I don't know if it's really working out for them.
They kind
knowing
of need to, or else Olaf just runs them down. Echo runs them down.
Yeah, I honestly don't. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if maybe they have this team fight where they could come back and get those picks. But honestly, I don't know. Chili Mountain is really ahead right now. Really ahead.
They're too far ahead, in my opinion. They're gonna fight for this soul, but I just don't see how it could possibly go for Granola. They're way too far behind, and they have no vision at all. They have to face check into a 10,000 gold lead team that has level advantage as well. I don't know if they're even going to contest it. I feel like they're just going to give Soul too. I don't know what their plan of attack is here at this point.
Slowly bleeding. don't think they're gonna go for that drag either. They have no vision, like you said.
I feel like Chili Mountain's gonna take this soul. They're gonna try to take mid inhib, and then they're gonna probably reset, and then they're gonna go set up Baron. They take Baron, and then they can use that Baron to finally end the game.
It looks like they're trying to get a pick on Gragas.
He's too tanky.
But this is like the Baron pick all over again for the Echo, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is not good for them. They don't want to give that soul, but it's
Yeah.
gone.
Sadly, this game's looking like a wrap. There's just no life coming from Granola. They're absolutely way too far behind.
Oh no, we have a huge team fight up there.
Nothing's really happening yet. Alistair went in really hard. He got nothing. See some poke coming out. We got Olaf flanking though. It's a big Olaf flank, but he's all by himself, and they're trying to kick him out, but he backed off in time. And now we got a TP coming in from Echo on the top side. Alistair's recalling. I really think they're probably just gonna back off and try to set up Baron here.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate. Granola really needs anything right now. They need a miracle.
Yep. They need this Kaisa. Just need some damage to get ahead. Just kind of like to melt Chili Mountain's team, but I have no idea where they're gonna get it from. Like you said, I think maybe they kind of let Chili Mountain get ahead on those drags and just on the map overall. So.
Yeah, they gave him too much. They didn't want to take a fight because they felt that they were going to lose the fights, but they didn't realize that they were just giving them too much. They just let the gold stack up way too much. They kept waiting for a more opportune moment, but there was no opportunities. They didn't want to take something that was a bad opportunity for them, but they should have.
Okay, looks like Jenna's just trying to get some kind of vision.
They can try to drag it out to Elder Dragon, but they're not going to be able to get to Elder Dragon. Alistair engages on Syndra in the bot lane, stuns her. Syndra is going to live? No. Gragas ult into Zaya ult. Gragas Qs, Olaf ult, running in, tower diving. Kai'Sa's dead. Everyone's still diving bottom, showing them what their 10k lead looks like. Honestly, they're probably just going to look to take mid in here and then either go Baron or end the game. Oh, they are just so tanky. GP gets stunned by Echo. This is going to be a dead GP, maybe? I don't know. It's actually staying alive. But the whole time, you got Olaf taking the top Nexus tower, and it's gone.
Yeah, Granola
And
is
mid
getting
gone.
melted right now. Oof, this is
And
not-
Gragas is on bot tower.
Oh god. Okay, now they're definitely heading to Baron. There's no way for Granola to contest this. I think
No way for them to contest this game. They should just FF.
or they just maybe, let's stay positive, get picks without
I don't know.
without Chili getting waves. I have no idea.
You see their 80 carry, you see the name? It's looking really grim for them. I'm not seeing any hope.
Oh no.
They can't even kill this Echo 1v4.
Yeah, they're gonna try to get a pick on them right now before they get to
Gragas
wave.
with a huge flank. It's done. That's the nail in the coffin. Well played, Chili Mountain.
Yeah, Chili Mountain takes this home.
Yeah, it's honestly really well played by them. They played it nice, safe, smart, slowly advanced their lead till where it's impossible for the enemy team to win. I like it. It's good macro.
I'm gonna say I'm kind of disappointed that Granola didn't come up with something here, because I was expecting, you know...
Yes,
kinda-
they needed to fight. They needed to contest something. They gave
Right.
everything.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like...
Somebody's freeze going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here, but Chili Mountain is definitely winning this, so...
Yeah. This is definitely a Chili Mountain dub. I think they probably FF'd, so it caused it to bug out.
Oh, it looks like it, yeah. exit out maybe and see. Okay, what a game. That was pretty interesting. I have to say I again was expecting something from Granola because we knew right from the start with the picks and just the team comps that Cherry Mountain had an advantage. I kind of thought that maybe Granola had something in mind again with this, disengaging and stuff like that, but they didn't. They didn't.
Yeah, I mean, they had a good idea, but they just never executed it. They were too scared to try anything. They saw they were behind and they just thought that they were going to lose, so they just let themselves lose instead of going for a play. They should have tried something. They should have stopped one of the dragons, at least tried it. They kept trying to play to where they were going to scale and scale and scale until they would win, but they got way too far behind.
It could have worked for them. I just think, they just didn't have the time. They didn't have the time to scale enough to beat Chili Mountain, and to kind of
Hmm.
melt them like they wanted to, which is
Yeah,
unfortunate.
take a look at GP's damage. Just like we were talking about, this guy is
Oh yeah.
miles above everybody.
Yeah, yeah,
20,
yeah.
26K. Granted, he was fighting Kragus like the whole time, but still, he
So
was
I think
behind in CS and still did the most.
I think maybe if Granola again had more time, then Gangplank could have definitely made a difference in those fights. Just
Yeah,
think
he
didn't
could
have
have.
time.
He could have, but they just never went for anything.
Right,
They
right.
just sat back and let them take everything.
Yeah, I think Kaisa going on Echo that one time was just kind of like her testing her strength and see if she could maybe fight, but it just didn't
It
work
was.
out for her.
That was a desperation attempt. That was her finally saying, "Hey, let's do something,"
Right, right, right.
and it
Well,
turned into them losing Baron.
yeah, that was just not a good one for Granola at all, at all. Yeah, just again, a little disappointed. Just waiting for some really, really good team fights here, but uh, it
Yeah, I
was
would
a
have
great
loved to
game
see some more fights for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. I think they just, I don't know, Olaf just kind of overpowered that whole map, and his whole team was behind him and, kind of like backing him up. So it was already looking back bad for Ivan overall. So again, did not get
Uh,
that damage off.
all right, guys, take a look at the chat. We got the winners being announced here very soon for the giveaways.
Ooh, exciting. Do we know what the giveaways are?
Yes, $20 gift card and 10 free samples.
Ooh, nice, 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 nice.
And the winners of the 10 free samples: Cutest Cheerleader, Bell Riven, Rob4493, Yeon Val, Easy K93, Pacus Sorlando, Papa Lim, Neo of Tyria, App Data 123. All winners of the 10 free samples. And the
Nice.
$20 gift card going to Brash David. Please message the staff in the Discord to claim your prize.
Congratulations, guys. Good job. All right.
Well, that was fun. I really wish we saw more fights at the end, but you know what? Sometimes the better team just wins, and you can't really do much about it. They played well.
Yeah, I think the team comp already kind of told us where it was gonna go. You know what? Maybe Granola's gonna take this home and just think, I don't know, maybe just better team comp overall if they're gonna come up with something, maybe kind of not wait it out so much as they did before. So
Yeah. Well, hopefully they can learn from this experience.
yeah, absolutely.
But you know what? Overall, it was a good time, and I was really happy to be able to cast this. That was fun.
Same, same, same. It was definitely fun casting with you too. Thank you so much for all the, kind of like pointers and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. It was definitely fun.
No problem. Yeah.
And
Good
thank you
time.
to everyone that watched this as well. I hope you guys had a good time and I hope you guys enjoyed watching those games.
Yeah.
Definitely
Thanks,
fun.
guys. Tomorrow, Quas Lol and Twigger Lol will be casting. And then that'll be starting at 1 p.m. EST tomorrow as well. Well, thanks so much, guys. It was a pleasure.
Awesome. Have a good one.